Hello and welcome back to Bet's Play D&D with me, your DM, Brandon. We have the majority of our crew in here with us today. Why is it echoing again? Does someone have their speakers on?
You.
Alright, the echo's gone. Anyway, welcome to Technical Difficulty episode number 2, where Brandon is playing on a new computer. So if anything goes wrong, it's probably my fault or Liv's fault because those things happen. Directly below me is Victor, the wizard playing Horchata Skinnybottom, or the wizard Horchata Skinnybottom. He's not with us today, so I'll be playing his character. Down below is Liv, playing the rogue Indra Orethi. Hi, Liv. Over that way, we see the monk Regal Tetheala being played by Jordan. Down below him, we have our cleric, the centaur Aurora, being played by Jesse. And of course, Bulk Ripley, all brawn and some brain, being played by Hunter. When last we met, our adventurers had finished journeying through the catacombs. They were able to find the tome that Guavin Shorts was looking for, found his I guess grad student, his research assistant, and some weird glowing crystal. Unfortunately, the research assistant had been sucked dry, kind of like I don't know, like Chupacabra got him. They made their way out and back to the college, where they were compensated appropriately, even though someone, Regal, decided to just go barging into the dean's office and blow a hole in his door. No big deal. During all this, Bulk Ripley had approached the office of Hulk Bipley, the dean of the the college marshal, and asked to test out. No one knows what exactly he was trying to test out of, but he was trying to test out, and he was unable to succeed in the challenge that was set before him.
Very close.
Very close, but no cigar. So he went back to see Guavin Shorts, who gave him a very long lesson on biomechanics and physiology. And Bulk paid great attention and learned some stuff. Feels like he's a little bit stronger now. While all this was going on, they discovered that Professor Guavin Shorts had in fact decoded something of some importance. And at that moment, there was a knock on the door, and a man announcing himself as Master Apparatus Golgi entered, saying that he was a... Jesse, what was that smile about?
The apparatus Golgi, is that like
Yes.
for the self-organelle?
Yes.
Okay.
It's one of my goofy references that people don't usually get. But
Okay. I
you'll
guess I
find-
missed that last one. Or like last week.
there you go. As
I
it
caught
goes
it.
on, maybe you'll understand why he has that name.
Does
Probably
he
not.
have something to do with
What's that?
proteins? Does he have something to do with proteins?
He doesn't have to do with proteins, but all the information passes through him.
Got it.
So, anyway, Master Apparatus Golgi, announced himself as a representative of the crown and said that he was here to speak with Guavin Shorts. That is roughly where we left off. What do y'all do?
What time is it?
Right now, it is somewhere in the realm of 3 bells, 3 in the afternoon.
Bolt's go look for some more bread, I guess.
All right. Bulk is going for some bread. Well, Bulk's chasing bread. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I think I was caught up on the name. Wasn't someone like gonna come through the door and like it was gonna be a big character development, or did we not like gain any new information? Probably just completely missed what you just said.
Apparatus Golgi was the guy that came through the door, announced himself as a representative of the crown, said he wanted to talk to
Well,
Guavin
I'm
Shorts.
Oh, but not us.
Not particularly.
Regal
Okay, well,
wants to
I'm gonna
stay.
linger, yeah, and listen.
All right. And oh yeah, Liv is having some technical difficulties, so we'll give her a pass.
Liv, what would you like to do?
Are you all? Pardon me. Are you all with this man. Are you with Schwartz?
Oh, Guabi, yeah, we go back like 3 hours.
Thought you were chasing bread.
We go way back, at least a day. I'm still looking for bread. I'm just like.
Oh,
saying
you're
no.
literally chasing it in the room.
Yeah.
Cerning. Regal's just gonna watch. Fucking Bulk Ripley.
Professor, I had a matter of some importance to speak with you in private. These associates of yours? Oh, well, he looks nervously from the giant man searching for bread to the sometime hyper-aggressive monk. I guess.
Regal's hand glows a little bit while he stares at Guavin.
They have helped me in the past. Yes, helped. Well, I guess it's better than nothing. If you say they can be trusted. I heard that you have found something of use to the crown. Oh, yes. Yes, come, look, it's the book. The book. That's funny. Golgi looks a little concerned. Looks over at the centaurs. He always liked this.
Yes.
Oh.
The centaur.
I wanted to
Are
be
you a
one, I'm
centaur?
sorry. I identify as a centaur, yes.
I think he was talking to me. Yes. He is always like this.
Okay. Well, he gently walks over, leaving his 2 guards flanking the door. What is it, Professor? Well, you see here, this is the Tome of Natuk. Yes, I am aware of that. And it was not translatable before. This is what your previous protectors found. Yes, that's what I came to speak with you about. Yes, the book. No, the protectors.
Bolt's gonna walk up to the guards.
And?
Oh, he's. How many benches can you do?
What do you mean, benches? I don't make benches. You would have to talk to my brother, Eduardo. He makes benches.
How about you, other one? How many benches can you do?
I do not know benches. You would have to talk to his brother, Eduardo. He's the carpenter.
Are we in Skyrim?
Look, my voice acting's not great. Deal with it.
No, it was the responses. That's like a fucking Skyrim response. Where can I get this? I don't know. Have you talked to the carpenter? Go to the carpenter. I am not the carpenter. It is this man.
Maybe I've
Got
missed
any
out on my
bread?
calling.
Here you go.
Sorry, did you ask for bread?
Yeah. You got any bread?
You would have to talk to the baker.
I
I'm gonna go
always wanted to be a baker.
In the distance, or not in the distance, but across the room, you hear Guavin Shorts explaining to Master Golgi what had happened to the last group of adventurers that had rescued him. The story you've already heard told about how they found him, they were able to break him free from bandits, but during their escape, they were all slaughtered. He barely managed to make it out alive. I find this troubling. They were able to... Well, looks around at you guys. Never mind. This isn't the place.
Bolt flexes whenever he looks at him.
Roll performance.
Okay. Apparently have a +3 to that.
There you go. He seems unimpressed.
It was just like a little like.
He takes the translation that Guavin Schwartz has been working on. Very troubling. I need to find people.
We're people.
Well, you are in fact people, but I need trustworthy, strong people who can,
I'm strong.
well, serve in the serve their king and this country and the realm in general.
Bulk whispers to the guard that we have a king.
From what I was told by the headmaster, you guys are, well, capable, but just mercenaries, and I need people who can be a little more dedicated to that. Although there is great fortune that could be earned by serving the crown, but we need people motivated by more than just money. Indeed.
I'm motivated by gains.
Gains? What are gains?
These are gains. Bolt's gonna try to lift up something. What's the heaviest thing you find?
There are bookshelves all around the room. Some of them
Okay,
don't
I'm
look
gonna
like they're anchored.
Gonna lift up a bookshelf. Closest one to me.
Give me an athletics check.
Shit.
You're trying really hard. Do you want to try again? Because you're straining. It looks like your face is getting red. I mean, it's a pretty big bookshelf, so... Today's not your day. Even though you do have a +1 to strength right now, or +2 to strength right now, so you get a +1 to your modifier, still not enough to help.
Okay, well,
In the meantime,
He's tired.
Aurora's gonna move more into the room and look at Golgi. I'll have you know that I've been transporting spice for the king for many years. I would call myself more than loyal to His Highness, and hardworking and responsible, and have in mind you a horse as well. So I am more than strong and capable. I would be honored to work for the king.
Please roll persuasion.
Okay. I would like to preface that in the back of Aurora's mind, she is solely fixed on the fortune.
Oh
but
yeah,
she's trying.
no, I figured.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you do seem earnest enough, and you seem like you can handle yourself, but this is not a job for one. Do you have people you trust?
Bolt's gonna give up on the immovable bookshelf and be like, "Your soldiers look weak. I can train them. They don't even know what a bench is."
Bench, the thing you sit on, right?
I can help you too.
Well, I'm going to say that I've been working with these scallywags for the past day and a half, and they seem to prove themselves capable in the field.
Day and a half. Well,
32
A
hours.
lot can happen in 32 hours. There you go.
I
1,000 something people.
I won't lie, these are desperate times. The ranks...
I punched a ghost.
He looks surprised. That seems improbable.
You would think.
Alright. Well, in the last 2 weeks, the ranks of the Protectors have been completely annihilated. My spy network has been decimated. I have very few operatives left. I guess I need help. Would you be willing to be engaged for king and country? And failing that, for riches.
Depends. Is there a benefits package?
There's lots of money. You could buy
How much is
land,
lots?
maybe have a chicken farm. Who knows?
I quite like chickens. Would I get renowned fame and glory?
I would say so. If you're able to do the things that are needed, if you can save the realm, I doubt there'd be anybody who wouldn't know you.
I could use that.
Liv, what'd you ask?
I said, how much is lots? Also, do you guys hear a ringing or no?
No ringing.
Nope.
Yay!
You guys want to know what it was?
What's that?
It was the light that's built into my webcam, which I recently upgraded. So some upgrade that was.
Okay.
They got you real good.
Yeah. Anyway, how much is lots? Endra resents authority, but she would never say that if there's an opportunity for gold.
Well, I would ensure that any operatives of the crown would have their needs met and the full treasury would be leveraged in their favor, but I don't want anyone to grieve just out of money without knowing what they're getting into. I guess first I should share with you what we know, but you must not tell anyone outside of this room.
So we already signed something like this. What if I say it would happen in a different place? Like if I tell everyone about this, but it wasn't in this room, it was in a different room. Can I still tell people? Because the last deal we had was like a NDA, and as long as I said it was in a different location, I was fine.
For now, you would have to be sworn to secrecy. If news got out, there would be panic, riots. It would be detrimental to the land of Sudnal.
That
When the events, as events unfold, I doubt anybody would not know. There's no reason to keep your mouth closed then.
How about you tell us, and then I'll decide if I tell people.
That's not how it works. Either you agree to secrecy or you leave the room.
Okay.
All right, I guess I can keep another secret, but this is a lot of secrets.
Yeah, secret. Who's got a secret? Well, I do. What do you know about the planes of existence?
Yeah.
Not much.
That's a fair answer. Most people don't. You see, we live in this world, and there are many like it, but this one is our own. You see,
Hate you.
the different planes of existence all move throughout space and time, occasionally overlapping. Think of it like pieces of parchment on a desk. You can shuffle them, and they don't ever occupy the same space, but one can land atop another. When these planes come into contact as such, energy can be shared. Things can cross over. Long ago, before time immemorial, back way before things were written, someone discovered a way to anchor planes to one another. There are convergences of energy, spiritual nexuses, if you will, on each plane, and they all line up perfectly with the nexuses of other planes. If some sort of anchor is created on each plane in the same spot as they overlap, the two planes can become joined. If enough of these anchors are created, a bridge can form, allowing anything to travel from one plane to another. This information is not well known for good reason. However, 100 years ago, something tried to join our plane with another. They were almost successful in bringing over a great evil. Luckily, the old king was able to unite the old kingdoms into the land of Sudnal, form an army, and fight back this darkness, and their leader, Natuk. Unfortunately, it sounds as if his secrets have been released again. These energy convergences are being isolated, and portals are being created on them to anchor them to another plane. We fear that the great evil is trying to come back over. All of my operatives have been killed trying to prevent this. If no one stops the enemy, then our world is doomed. The evil will come and destroy all, and Sudnal and the world will be left in darkness. According to this book that Shorts has decoded, the lieutenants of Sudnal have not been destroyed. Lieutenants of Natuk have not been destroyed like we once thought. We can only imagine that they are the ones behind all of this. We need heroes of the realm to stand up and fight against these, the trio, the enemies of life itself. That's where you would come in.
That sounds like a perfect job for me.
Can I punch them?
I believe punching would help.
Then I can help.
Fair.
Will we be in history books as heroes? We saved the land from Shadow.
If all does not fall, I would I would imagine so. But if you fail, probably not.
What if we fail like in a
Who
really
said
great way?
fail?
Oh, if you fail in a very great way, the greatest evil ever known will wash over our land, and history won't really matter at that point.
Well, the great evil will keep history, right? Like they'll be like, these are the guys that almost did it.
I could not say.
Great
I do
evil.
not know this entity personally.
Do you think they have history?
Again, I do not know this entity personally.
Anyways, well,
Endra wants to know, if you don't know this entity personally, how do you know that? Have you tried talking to them? Seems like you've lost a lot of people, and maybe have you tried negotiating with the evil, the great evil?
The great evil has turned the hearts of many throughout the nation. The Duke, his own wife, was turned, and she tried to assassinate him, attempted to kill the prince. Luckily, a group of stalwart adventurers were able to stop her and save the prince, who is now standing in the role of king. Far too young, but he has a good heart. Regardless, many have fallen under her sway. We have tried to utilize their communication techniques to no avail.
What?
Okay then, no negotiation.
Negotiation is not in the cards. If it's anything like it was 100 years ago, she only wishes for domination and destruction. And that sounded a lot worse than I meant for it to say.
she? The evil's a she?
She, yes.
Endra thinks that might not be so bad.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Does she have chains and whips?
Among other things, I'm sure she has discovered how to utilize whips and chains. Whips and chains.
I wonder if they could harm me.
She did it for a soldier who was into whips and chains. Wait, what?
Is she Natuk, or is Natuk someone different? And then who's the 3 lieutenants? They work for Natuk? Is that who
Fair
we're
questions. The Great Evil was the one who originally tempted Natuk, twisted him, made Natuk into her agent in this land. He had several followers, the greatest of which were the trio, his lieutenants. It was thought that they had all perished during the final battle, but recent findings have suggested otherwise.
Indubitably.
And
This is
who
great.
are these? Oh, sorry.
You go ahead.
Okay, who are these people that you have sent that have perished, that nobody has successfully been able to do? Were these trained?
Yes.
How are we different?
We once had a very wide network of highly trained and skilled spies, assassins, and operatives. All but a handful have been destroyed. We don't know how, but our networks have been infiltrated. There's a mole, we don't know, but somehow our ranks have been destroyed. How are you different? You're not on the inside. You're hopefully not one of the spies. You probably don't have the same level of training, experience, equipment,
We're a
resources.
bit unconventional.
And that would just be a big bummer for you if we were spies, though, right? Like, the first people you came to and they happen to be spies, what are the odds?
It would not be out of the realm of possibility. We've been handed a lot of bad luck lately, but I have no one else. If not you who have helped the professor, then I will try to find someone else. You're convenient.
Don't listen to him. We're not spies. Well, I'm not. I don't think the horse is either.
No, we've actually had a spy or a traitor or somebody working for Natuk, so we know what to look for.
I heard of this Draven.
Yeah, he's a punk.
Aurora
Stab me.
shudders when she hears his name.
Well, if he
So
was
upset.
if he was a close associate of the trio, then he had power and he was strong. If you were able to best him, you may stand a chance.
We did, in fact, best him.
I puff out
you
my-
would not be
my
standing
horse
here
chest
if
a
you
little bit.
hadn't. You puff out your horse chest, but not your human chest. So is that really like your belly? You just push out your belly?
I guess so. Pushing out my pelvic.
Me hungry.
Never mind, my human chest.
I
Make sure
puff
it's
out
Because I'm
my
not
honored.
chest.
Yeah, I guess the anatomy doesn't work. Yeah.
This is my horse chest.
That's okay.
Aurora is honored.
We don't
to
have
have
any.
bested
It's not like we
one
have
of
any
the trios.
biologists here or anything, so you're good.
Yeah, of course not.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
We're not a zoologist.
Oh, there we go. You're right. You're right. I am cellular biology, so I don't know anything about animals.
True.
I'm focusing
Endra-
on wildlife.
Endra wants to ask Golgi. That's right?
Yes.
Okay. Endra asks Golgi, where exactly is it that you've been sending people to their deaths time and time again before you stumbled upon us?
We didn't have a chance to send. There was a coordinated strike against all of our outposts, against our safe houses. Within a few days, almost all of our operatives were destroyed. It coincided with the attack of Duchess Eleonora on the Duke.
Didn't you have some... You mentioned some other people that Guav and Schwartz worked with before.
Yes, these were individuals that, again, were on the outside. They had done some work for
Okay.
the duchy, and, well, they just happened to be on hand and somehow arrived in the castle during the coup and destroyed the Duchess. We, after all they had done, we named them Protectors of the Realm and sent them on to try to close the portals. They were tasked with finding Guavin Schwartz because he is our best bet for discovering how to do this. Unfortunately, they apparently perished against a group of lowly bandits. What are the odds?
And how is Guav Schwartz alive if these folks who destroyed this all-powerful being died?
Sometimes
same
favor fortunes the foolish and the odd.
Is odd.
He is that.
You say portals. How many
We've discovered
portals?
3, but according to the histories, we expect there to be several more. And he procures a map, or produces a map, that I have saved somewhere.
Does he sing us a song?
He's not the piano man.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. If there's a place you gotta go, and Goldie, he fucking knows he's the map.
He's the map. He's the map.
He's the map. If Guav Schwartz gonna die, well, you can bet your ass will fry. He's the map.
Right.
That's all I got.
And
I hope I stalled long enough for you.
you did, but when I clicked on it, it just disappeared. There it is.
This map looks suspiciously like Terangaport.
Not at all technical difficulties.
It's alright. Roll 20, at least we know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I think this one's definitely partly on me. I forgot to drop this into your guys' campaign. It was in a previous portion. And so...
What is this, amateur hour?
It is. It is, in fact.
Wow.
Alright.
Wow.
Now.
Wow.
What is that
Wow.
orb of light that Regal got from the...
The little tiny...
Correct.
Do you want to ask me what it is?
Yes. Regal, what was that thing that you picked up with the book in the crypt? Does Goji know what that is? Does that have anything to do with what's going on?
Goji, he's not a berry.
Goji.
Maybe he wants to be a berry. Regal pulls out from... Jesus. Regal pulls out the little file that contains the red stone, and he says, well, I found this, and supposedly it's a soul stone, according to the... I forget the dean, the guy who runs this place.
Yes.
I don't know. And
He looks
Regal
quite...
shakes it in front of Goldie's face, and it's just like, do you know what it is?
He looks quite shocked. A soul stone? These were all supposed to have been destroyed. Where did you get this?
It was on the ground next to the husk of a man that was Guavin Schwartz's, I guess you could, student, lover student.
Jerethiah, have some respect for the dead.
Yeah, no. So that person and Guavin Schwartz didn't really know. The dean kind of said it existed, but I don't know what the use of it is. Can I kill people with it? I feel like I can kill people with it.
No. 100 years ago, these were found where the portals were created. We were able to discover that these gems form at mystical convergences when the energies coalesce into stone. When activated through proper rituals, they can open a tear in the fabric of space and time, binding this to another world. Why are we laughing?
Sorry, cracking.
The map is partially on the Tarangaport map, and
What the
Bulk.
flip?
Bulk just threw the good. What is this? A map for ants?
It is, in fact. Wow, how many of them are on there?
None now.
Alright, that gives me an idea of what we can do. Instead of making it a handout, I will just make it a whole giant map that we can look at.
Give me your map, Dad. Okay, so if we destroy the stone, do we de facto destroy the portal?
It was found that the stones are destroyed in the making of the portal. To charge a stone, it takes the soul of a person. And unfortunately, once that soul is contained within it, it can only be released to open a portal. However, destroying a random stone does not destroy a portal. If that makes any sense at all, because I'm trying to make maps while talking.
So we need to do the ritual to summon the portal, which then destroys the stone, and then subsequently destroy the portal.
That's the problem. No one's discovered how to destroy the portals. Last time, when Nautuk fled, the portals just vanished. Very convenient. But we've never discovered how to actually close the portals ourselves. Hopefully, that is something Guavin Shorts will be able to discover. Right,
Guava, you getting this?
He finishes digging through his bag and pulls out a map.
Does this mean that all the evil things that attacked us, all the smaller evil things that attacked us in the crypts, have nothing to do with the great evil then? If there was no portal there? Just extra evil?
It is.
Well, the stone was there.
It is likely that the stone awakened the. You were in a catacomb. It is likely that the stone itself stirred up the spiritual energies and caused unrest among the undead. Having removed that stone, you may well have saved the catacombs, which I know are so important to Tarangaport.
Yeah, that stone also really messed up those catacombs too. Like it broke some coffins, it lit some things on fire.
Yeah,
It was a
giant
mess.
black ball.
We found
Showed
it
up.
that way.
Yeah, it pushed over a statue. Even it was all over the place. It was out of control. But we got it all sorted out. Don't you worry, there, boss.
I don't
reminds
doubt
me.
that the undead were unruly.
I need some gold. I had to pay a pillar.
You had to pay a pillar. The dean had informed me that he had compensated you for your work within the catacomb.
This was
He
a
said he
business
compensated
expense.
you well.
I'm short
That's right.
79 gold.
Well, that's something you'll have to take up with the dean.
I tried to talk that pillar down, but it was a tough bargain.
God damn it.
Well, if I can call your attention to this map so I can answer the question of, I believe, the centaur or the satyr. I don't remember who asked me.
Someone.
How many
Somewhat.
portals? I'd like to know. And where?
A fair question.
656.
We've so far come across an attempted portal at Lotpick, which are, well, my previous defenders had foiled. There is, although, pardon me. There is, though, a portal at Fort Levelly, one in a forest near Pleasanton. If you see these dots, these are where the portals were created during the first invasion. So we can only imagine that there are portals being created on the Outwatch Islands, in Port, and in the Southern Wastes.
When you say imagine, does that mean that those 3 are not confirmed?
We have not been able to scrape together enough operatives to go there. However,
Pleasanton, we go then.
Since we've already discovered one at Pleasanton, as we said.
I want to destroy it.
As we said, we don't know how to destroy the portals.
Do you have a bag of holding?
Sorry, I muted so I could cough. We may or may not be able to find a bag of holding. You think that would destroy a portal, just an anchor of mystical energy?
I mean, it literally is a tear in the astral plane, is it not?
It is.
So couldn't we throw like an astral bag, like a bag of holding in there, and
Why are you talking to the wizards? There's a bunch of them up here. They know all about this
This
stuff.
is definitely outside of the realm of my knowledge.
Bob and Schwartz?
This would take much pondering. It is true that if you put a bag of holding in a bag of holding, it does create a portal to the astral plane. Very exciting. The physics involved are very quite interesting. You see, what happens is as one bag begins to enter the other bag, it creates this dimensional vortex which continues
I'm
to
going
build.
to put my hand over Wabi's mouth.
You could probably do
So, yeah,
something
why don't
really
you
bad
talk-
here too, though. Might just make a bigger portal.
Yes, it is
Yeah, why don't you-
entirely likely that it would create...
Wabi, your mouth's covered.
Are you going to uncover
Right.
your mouth?
Let's just say no to that. Do you have a holy hand grenade?
No, but according to this, if what Guavin Shorts has uncovered is true, and the lieutenants are alive, then our best bet might be to confront them. Maybe they will know how to close the portals, or at least stopping them would stop more portals from being created.
Wouldn't they still
God.
be loyal to...
Where's
Not
the
to-
nearest lieutenant?
They would absolutely be loyal to Natuk. That's why they must be stopped. And maybe they can be persuaded to help close the portals.
Volk can lift a lot of benches. Could he lift the portal?
It's unlikely.
Wow.
The last group of operatives that we had that encountered a portal, the people who rescued the professor here, they said they interacted with the portal in every way they could think of. By trying to pass through it, they just came out covered in some sort of goo. By launching spells at it, the spells were either absorbed or passed through harmlessly. They even threw random rocks and anything you can imagine. They spent a ridiculously long time, like half of a session's worth of time, playing with this portal only to find that there's nothing that can be done because it was purely an anchor of energy between two planes.
You have intricate knowledge about this.
Well, we had communications from them. They
Where
reported
can we-
back.
Go ahead, Centaur.
Where can we find Natuk's trio? / lieutenants?
Yeah, where's his nearest lieutenants that need to be punched in the face?
Based on intelligence from the few operatives we have left, and from what I understand from Professor Guavin Schwartz, the nearest and only place they could be is at the tomb of Natuk. It's not
Oh.
a few leagues away.
Do you have
Different.
horses?
Do I have what now?
Horses
I thought you
that we
asked if
can
I-
use?
I thought you asked if I have forces. I'm like, I've just explained to you that I'm pretty much tapped on troops. I don't have horses. However, I have sway here in town. I can get you horses. Does this mean you will take up the call? You will aid the king and save the realm? Or
I have
try?
one other question before we're on board. I look over at Aurora. There's a ship for sale, and our centaur companion here is in need of a ship.
If you are able to save the realm, you name the ship and it's yours.
Well, thank you, Regal, for bringing that up.
I think a ship
I
would
am
be
definitely-
invaluable for cutting down our travel time and solving your dilemma as quickly as possible.
Well,
We're supposed to get to the
since
Outwatch
the-
Islands.
Since the travel, if you're going to face the trio and the travel is all over land, I don't think a ship would help you at this juncture.
I've never been on a boat before. I mean,
Oh, you'll enjoy it, Bulk. It's
no,
wonderful.
like I want the ship so I can be on a boat. I want to.
Oh, you want to be? Do we all get ships?
Yeah.
Ships, land, titles. If you
On
name,
this
if
map,
you name
where are
anything
they?
within the power of the crown, you will have it. Where is what now?
Where are these lieutenants at? On this map.
On this map, we believe the Tomb of Na'Tuk to be here. Just across the river. Maybe a couple of miles.
And how would we get across this river?
The multiple bridges, one of them being right outside of town.
Really, because it looks like the only bridge is north, and that connects.
They're smaller
To the-
bridges, but if you look here...
Is this an old map?
I see no bridges.
Well, if you remember your geography of town, there are bridges going over the river to the main road.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Look at
bridge.
that.
I ran right past it.
Look at those bridges that you crossed before.
What an extraordinarily conveniently placed piece of land.
Yes, it's almost as if some benevolent hand planned these things.
And it's right near the stables, so you all peasants can get horses.
It's convenient, isn't it?
Yes, we need
I'm
horses
sure I can
for
run
now.
past the horse.
Regal just looks a little bewildered at Bulk, like, what?
But Master
And-
Regal, if you think that Pleasanton would be a better venue, you're more than welcome to try to close the portal there. I leave this. You have as much information as we do now. If you think you can close the portal, you are welcome to try.
We go talk to some of these magicians who know about astral energy anchorage.
Of course. But does this mean that you will help us?
Regal just looks back to the group. He's like,
Andrew says she has nothing better to do.
Like,
Yeah,
Aurora is
fine.
totally in.
I got a big test in the morning, but yeah, sure.
I wish we had better. Fair enough. We appreciate your service. We do.
Is Guavin?
What's up?
Is
Oh yeah,
Guavin
one
coming with
condition:
us?
Guavi's got to come with us.
I think we're gonna need him.
It's been my life's dream to enter the Tomb of Na'Tuk. Yes, this is my field of study, and I have spent decades learning of it. But if the trio is there, it could be quite dangerous. And
Don't worry,
wanna
Guavi.
die.
You won't.
Guavin Shorts, I do think it is best that you go with them in an advisory capacitory. If you say so. Guavin Shorts looks very scared, but he's too scared to say no. So, indeed. Well, if you are to work for us, we need to stay in contact. The way we used to communicate with operatives is we gave them an enchanted ring that would mark them as protectors of the land, through which they could communicate. I only have one such ring left to give.
Well, I got pretty big fingers, so best not give it to me.
I'll take the ring.
He hands over a ring. With this, you must only think of somebody who you know has a ring. In this case, myself. And a mental connection will be made, and you can speak in real time with one another.
Lovely. Okay. This sounds good.
It sounds almost like your campaign is railroaded into one direction to leave you guys no wiggle room because your DM did not have enough time to make other maps. But, other than that, enjoy your adventure.
I mean, it depends how well my test goes tomorrow.
Fair enough. What test, might I ask, are you studying for?
Strength.
God damn it.
Well, I do have one thing that might aid you. One of our few remaining operatives is here with me, and I would like him to go with you to give you aid and protect you as best he can. He gestures, and in walks a 7-foot tall copper dragonborn. It decked out in full plate mail, and with a glaive strapped across his back, shield over that, and a very large sword hanging from one hip. I am Hajorn. I offer the aid.
Okay.
Wolf's not intimidated because he's taller.
There you go. He's taller. That's good for him.
Regal's wondering how much money he can get for Dragon Scale.
He sees you eyeing him, and he glowers back at you.
We have an uncomfortable long amount of eye contact with each other.
So,
I think I changed him to a
what
copper.
were you just standing in the hallway the entire time?
I was covering the hallway.
So you're standing in it?
So you were standing in the
Was,
hallway
in
the whole
fact,
time.
standing in the hallway, yes.
Did you walk out so it was like dramatic, or who's covering the hallway now?
Nobody.
So what?
Does he always ask this many strange questions?
Yes.
I will ignore him then.
Okay. So we should probably go to the inn and let folk rest. Perhaps prepare the horses that we need, and I'm assuming this Dragonborn guy knows where to go.
I do not. However, I do not. Golgi looks around. Shorts knows. He has the map. It's his life's work. That's why he's going with you.
Okay.
With us.
That is what I said. With you, as a group.
Oh, I thought the dragon was talking.
No.
Oh, okay.
Their voices are all very
Ignore
similar
that.
because I have a very narrow range of voices.
Sounds great. Well,
Endra asked the 7-footer for his name. Maybe he already gave it.
You
I
guys
can't.
who for his name?
The 7-footer.
Oh, the Dragonborn? His name is Hajorn.
Ijorn. Ijorn.
Hajorn Belrath is my name.
Do you have a middle name?
What is with you people in middle names?
Just curious.
Where
Sorry
I
if
come
that's too
from, we have a
invasive.
name and a clan name. I am from Clan Hajorn.
Hijorn from Clan Hijorn?
No, I am from Clan Belrath. My name is Hajorn from Clan
Are you-
Belrath.
Are you drunk?
are you sure?
I suffered a blow to the head recently. I'll be okay.
Did you used to be an adventurer?
No. I was never an adventurer. Although I once almost took an arrow to the knee.
Regal slowly puts away his crossbow.
Hijorn, have you seen these portals?
I have not seen one of
Person?
the portals in person. I received intelligence reports. My entire department office was wiped out in the purge. I was one of the few that survived because I was on a mission and, well, I can't speak of it. It's classified.
Convenient.
What's that?
Convenient. Endra remarks that you're one of the few operatives to survive and you can't tell us where you were.
Please. I've received all the suspicion that I could take already. Master Golgi has cleared me. That should be enough for you.
I'll tell you what's enough for me.
Endra nods vigorously. She
Yeah,
doesn't
Rory's
like being
starting to be
told what to do by people she just met.
It seems almost as if you have been betrayed before. Well, be at ease. My honor
Actually,
would
like
not
12
allow me
hours.
to betray you. Nor my oath.
What's your oath?
My oath is to protect and defend those of the realm, those helpless and those in need. I am sworn my life and my soul to the king.
What if the king tells you to hurt the ones in need? What happens then? Is it like some sort of inner conundrum?
No. I always serve the people of the realm first.
Will the people of the realm tell you to hurt the king? What happens then?
If the king is in need of hurting, then I serve the people of the realm.
Regal just looks over at Gold and is like, "Is that okay?"
It is our oath to serve first and foremost the realm. If there is a bad king, an evil king, who is taking advantage of his people, we are sworn to defend the people against all enemies, to include leaders and rulers of the realm.
So how come you needed outsiders to deal with this evil Duchess of yours in that case? Shouldn't you all have been kind of...
Once again, as we said, there was a widespread strike that targeted most of our operatives simultaneously within a week of the Duchess's insurrection.
And no one saw that coming? At all?
I am not proud to say that no, we were fooled. We had grown comfortable in the peace.
Hey, fool bulk once, shame on bulk. Fool bulk twice, shame on bulk.
Regal throws his shoe at Bulk.
I'm sure that's a reassuring thing to hear.
Okay, well, we should probably get on our way, and you need to prepare our provisions. So,
What are you in need of?
horses.
Carbohydrates?
Tomatoes.
What was that?
Live.
Oh, tomatoes.
To-
I'd like as many tomatoes as you can possibly fit on a horse's back. We have a long journey ahead of us.
Well, it's only a few miles, but yes, of course, you will have your tomatoes.
And bread.
Thanks.
And bread. I assumed when he said carbohydrates, bread is what he meant. You will have bread.
Also
That's all we
chickens.
need for tomato sandwiches.
Fair. Chickens. How many chickens do you need?
5. How many the rest of you need?
Don't need any chickens.
Are you asking for live chickens?
Well, depends if like you can make sure that they don't spoil. But
Live,
so I guess the
live
they're
animals
alive, they
don't
can't
typically spoil.
I know, I was just wondering how long you keep them not spoiled for. That really depends on whether or not you need them to be alive.
Well,
or
as
not.
I said, you're only going a couple of miles, so I think you'll be okay.
Oh, they can be dead then.
Fair. I'll have
Does
chicken,
anyone-
tomatoes, and bread prepared for you with your horses.
Does anyone need any items? Such
I mean,
as,
you are
I don't know,
talking to someone that has direct connection to the treasury of the realm.
yeah, like a plethora of daggers,
Is money an
perhaps.
Is what?
Is money
Yes,
an item?
absolutely. I think that we could use probably at least another dozen daggers.
Will we be in? Do you know if we'll encounter undead or spirits in this place?
Oh, that I don't know. Natuk and his men never dealt with or fought with spirits before, but it could always be different.
Can we have
Health potions?
that, but also some silvered long swords and short swords? Perhaps 5 of each. One for each of us, essentially.
I will see what I can scrape together on short notice.
It's appreciated. And as the centaur said, some health potions would be very welcomed, considering I gave one to the evil man who betrayed us before he betrayed us. I'm still salty about that.
It sounds like you chose poorly.
I did. I should have known better.
I cannot.
That's why I punched him in the face.
I can't blame you. We all get fooled, apparently.
Oh,
Then, if you have nothing
Anything
else,
else?
be about your business. I will have Hijorn meet you at the stables tomorrow at noon.
okay.
Okay.
Any magic items that you could find that might be useful would also be appreciated, but not necessary. I know they're a little hard to come by.
Yes, enchanted items are very rare. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we can find.
Can you just get what you think we need? Like, you seem to have experience in this. Like, whatever you think is just best, you go ahead and bring it.
I detest working with amateurs. Yes, I will make sure you are equipped for this mission.
That's perfect.
Is there anything else?
Mm,
That covers
no,
it for now.
that's it.
Oh, could we have some milk? Sorry, bread tends to be a bit dry.
Milk.
I forgot about that.
Sure. I will make sure there is milk and bread and tomatoes and chickens and silvered swords and daggers. Yes.
Regal grins a bit and says, "Could we have some goat milk?"
Andrew's very offended by this comment. It's extremely insensitive.
Regal knows.
I actually can't have milk, so just go ahead and cross off the milk for me. Just hold the milk.
You know how much protein is in milk?
Here. He shoves a bag with 300 gold at you guys. Says, "Go get yourself some food at the inn. Get a night's rest. Go get your milk and bread and tomatoes for tonight. I will have more ready for you tomorrow."
Okay.
Perfect.
Regal just
Awesome.
grabs it.
So money was an item.
Only once you annoy the man enough.
Money is an option.
Okay, well, we're gonna go and procure tomatoes and milk and bread and chickens.
I hate you all. I'm just saying.
Regal goes to the farmer's market.
Guavi,
Gucci.
we're going to the blacksmith.
Did you say Guabi?
Yeah, Guavi, we're going to the blacksmith.
Unfortunately, he must stay here and continue the translation if we are to be ready in time. My men and I will stay here to guard him.
Can I have him for like 20 minutes?
For what? This is of the utmost importance if this becomes translated.
No, this is of the utmost importance also. I need something made. It's from a book that Guavi showed me.
Looks at Guavin Shorts. I can be back shortly. If you must, if it will help him with his journey. Go. Guavin Shorts gets up and walks over to you very
Okay,
timidly.
so we're going to the blacksmith with a book in hand.
I have no idea what you're referring to.
I know, I was going to tell you this earlier, but I forgot.
Oh, so you secretly concocted something.
It's not a special thing. It's not a weapon. Don't worry. It's a fun thing.
All right, let's take like 45 seconds and jump on the Discord chat. Just you and I.
I'm just going to go purchase tomatoes, chicken, milk, and
Terrific.
bread.
Yeah, I'm also going to the farmer's market.
So is Endra. She wants to supervise the purchasing of the tomatoes. Only the best will do.
Terrific. Pick out them tomatoes. Jump on voice real quick and mute yourself.
Mute yourself, Hunter.
Doing it.
Okay, so we're getting tomatoes, chickens,
All right, so
bread,
you
milk.
want to do what now?
He's
I want
gonna
a
get
barbell.
More tomatoes, more chicken, more milk, more
To
bread,
what end? Are you
horses.
trying to use it as an improvised weapon, or you just want to be able to lift it randomly?
Oh,
Money
no,
for the
just
inn.
so
I have a
he
feeling
can
we're
lift.
gonna have an excess of
Right,
gold.
how big?
Is there other things that we might need to purchase
Like
closer
your
to town,
traditional Olympic
such as
style.
Right,
spell
again,
components,
standard,
or
bar, but
Yeah,
Are we
barbell
getting
and weight.
the
I want the
potions?
blacksmith
Did
to
he
make barbell
confirm
and
that?
weight.
so you want it modular so you can slide weights on, or do you
Perhaps,
want like old
yeah,
school with the big round
when
balls?
my brain is more active, I can see if
No,
that
like
was
modular, like I can
confirmed
put weights on or
previously.
off.
But
Okay,
if
and
not,
where are you going to be
maybe we
leaving
can stop
this?
by
Or are you going to be taking it with you?
Mungo's and
Because
get
you will
some
be
Oh,
able to
it's
come.
coming.
health potions.
I
I
think that
can
was confirmed.
carry a
I think
lot.
The only thing
How
he
many
was
plates do you
unsure
want,
of was
I guess?
exactly how many silver seeds.
Just 90 pounds of plates.
Okay, so
Do
you
you
want
need
the
Should be going
bar
health
and 90
potions.
pounds?
Sorry.
maybe? Do you need spell
Yeah.
components? Cleric components?
Okay, that's not
Or
too
you
bad.
call it even 100 pounds of
think
weight.
So is that
Okay,
like
yeah,
would
that's
you
not
know
Call it
if
even
the
100
spell
pounds.
did
You're gonna have a
something?
horse,
Um,
so like I feel like the horse will help with
It'll
that.
help.
Sure, yeah, no. You can, a horse can
You should
carry
secure a wagon.
several
I know
hundred pounds.
that horchata.
So.
I will. If we find a wagon, then I'll pull
I think
200
he needs a hot
pounds in
pepper.
it. You
Oh,
just go
you
crazy.
I think the
Let's-
rulebook says you
let's-
put like 1,000.
I think
or
we
more
should get
pounds in a
several. I know
wagon, so
everyone
you'd be
thinks
fine.
it's overkill how much food we're bringing.
All right,
We
let's
have
go
no
with
way of knowing
barbell
when
and
we're
200
gonna come
pounds, and
back
I'm
here.
gonna try to find a
Actually, go meet the
The horse
trio.
can carry 200 pounds. You don't need a wagon.
Yeah, and if this is gonna be my last meal, I want it to be
Let's go 500 with a
pretty
wagon.
hefty, yummy meal. Yeah.
What if the trio are nicer
So
than
you want a
expected
barbell,
and they want
500
nice ham
pounds of weight
sandwiches?
in a wagon solely to carry.
I'm sure the
weight.
operatives never tried offering them tomato sandwiches.
Yes.
So,
That could be our
Exactly.
strategy.
Ed, how are you gonna pay for this, or is this? Are you asking Gold G before you?
Well, I don't know
leave?
how much
Gold?
it'll cost us to.
No, I just
get
got
some
300
smoke
gold and the
components, but it
1,000
would
that
be
they
good
gave me.
To
Well,
ensure
so
that
Jordan
we
took that.
have
It's just raw
whatever
iron.
It is that you or
Oh well, shit. Well, I have like 1,000 something gold.
I
That should
imagine
be
you have a
more than enough.
components pouch,
I would say.
Yeah, I have.
500 pounds worth of modular weights.
This is news
and
to
or
me.
perhaps not.
probably
So
50 gold.
like when you
Just
click on a
'cause it is a
spell,
lot of
like
metal,
let's
but
say,
yeah.
I don't know,
that's it.
cure wounds, it says like casting time, range
Perfect.
area, components,
Okay.
information source.
Um,
would
and
it
if
be in
you
this
go
area?
to the
I
stables and
needed-
to procure
Is it the
a wagon,
components?
we'll say
Perfect.
20 gold.
It's quite literally there.
So
Oh.
I'll
V
be
is
out
verbal,
70.
S is somatic, M is material.
Sounds good.
Okay, that'll take
So
all
if it's
day.
somatic,
They'll
it
be ready
means you have to
tomorrow
touch. If it's
morning.
verbal means you have to say
So
it.
before you
If it has
leave,
an
they'll be
M, there's going to be a specific item.
I can do that.
That is utilized with it. So your word of
Thank
radiance
you for,
requires a holy symbol of radiant.
Accommodating.
Okay, I need
I was
a
going to
gold
talk to you. I
leaf
promised. I just totally
for
forgot.
touch poison and
That is
disease.
okay. I think this is a great idea.
You also need a firefly or fluorescent, phosphorescent. lamps.
What about phosphorescence?
Interesting.
I'm back.
Oh, a
is it
small
Phospholipids?
Is there an easy way to just purchase all the necessary components that Horchata and Aurora could need for their spells?
It's called a component pouch.
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless you have.
so
Well, wait, do you have specific items like?
Or even just an attunement crystal, right?
Well, hold on, because there's some spells. So if you have a spell casting focus, which Horchata has, or a spell component pouch, then you can do all your normal spell casting. If you have spells that require specific items, which I think might be what Jordan's referring to, then you would need to go to a shop to purchase those.
such as a pinch of dust and a few drops of water, or like a chip of mica.
So a pinch of dust you could easily pick up off the ground. Water you carry in your water skin. Mica would be in a normal component pouch. So this
A
is more
tiny
like
strip of white cloth.
you could very easily, if you're wearing anything white, you could use that, or you could purchase one from maybe Baubles Trinkets. There is also things like if you need a diamond, that's going to be very difficult to find, but there are some spells that require like wings of creatures. You could probably get those in a magic shop.
So, how much are the tomatoes, milk, bread, and
How much are you wanting?
chickens.
chickens? 5 chickens, 10 tomatoes, 2 flagons of milk, and 2
Three.
loaves of bread.
Oh.
3 loaves of bread. I forgot we have a horse. The horse eats a lot.
Two
I'm sorry,
gold
how many
pieces.
tomatoes did you say?
10
Might need more.
Okay, that should
or
be enough.
tonight.
2 gold.
2 gold. Okay. Cool. So I guess we procure those, and I would like to go to Mungo's Mystical Magic Menagerie and Trinket's Baubles to acquire the necessary components or whatever needs to be filled for Aurora and Horchata.
What, Aurora, is that what you want to do? Or are you
Yes.
sending him to do it?
I don't
Oh.
know.
Are you Regal? Are you saying you wouldn't mind doing it on your own?
I have the money.
Okay. I will make you a list then of things that I need.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Horchata is going to come with you because he's been very quiet this whole time. You know, I can't quite get his voice because I've only heard it a few times. Oh well. You know, I was thinking about that idea you had, putting the bag in the portal, and
Mhm.
well, I think it would be quite fun. We would probably die.
I don't know if that is fun.
I mean, it would be interesting. You see, because if you put it in there, and yeah.
Perhaps we should not. It seems like it was a bad idea.
I like the way you were thinking there, though. Good initiative.
Thank you, Horchata.
Indeed. What does Horchata need for his spells?
A lot.
Alright, so what are the rest of you guys up to while these folks are shopping?
Andra also went to the market not to do any shopping, to do some surveillance and some general pickety pocketing.
General
Of
pickety
passersby.
pocketing. How much
Correct.
pickpocketing are you trying to do?
Just whatever passersby are not paying very close attention to. How crowded is this market? How many people are there?
A lot. It's a fairly busy day at the market.
Perfect. All right. Endra is in search of gold and jewelry and weapons.
Alright, how long do you want to spend doing this?
No more than like 20, 30 minutes.
Alright, I need 2 sleight of hand checks.
Okay.
And I'll also need a, no, that's it. That's fine.
Okay, great.
You gather approximately 30 gold, some pocket lint, and a half-eaten sweet roll.
Yum.
Is the sweet roll like fresh, stale?
It looks like someone had gotten it out when the stalls, broke it in half and ate half of it, and put the other half wrapped in paper in their pouch.
That is so thoughtful of them. I'm just gonna eat that right now.
It's delicious. It's probably the best sweet roll you've ever had. I mean, street food. You can't beat it.
Andrew's gonna try and track down the same stall where that sweet roll was purchased.
All right, do you want to make a perception check or just wander around till you find it?
Perception's pretty bad. I'll just wander.
All right, so it takes you about 10 minutes, but you're able to find it. They're selling sweet rolls for 2 copper apiece.
2 copper apiece. All right. Endra, being the thoughtful type, is gonna get 5. No, 6 for Guabi. Also, Hydorn and Guabi. She's gonna get 6 sweet rolls for the road.
Look at you.
Rogue with a heart of gold.
Sweet tooth is more like it. Endra's hopeful that the others are maybe diabetic or on a diet. Or just don't like sweets.
All right, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, I'm going to the blacksmith with Guabi.
All right, as you walk into out of the fire, you see that same big orc standing standing in front of the bellows. Welcome to Out of the Fire. I'm Mike Charlie. What can I do for you?
Guabi, talk to the man.
Yes, and he relays your desires. Shows him the plans. Huh. Trying to get some gains, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I like this. I can do this for probably 50 gold.
I just throw it right down.
All right. I don't have any other orders, so I can have this ready tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
Terrific. I open at 7 bells.
Do you know if the stables are selling a cart?
You know, if you go down to Winnie's, tell them I sent you. They could probably get a cart for a good deal.
I'll do that. See you in the morning, strong man.
Thanks again for coming to check out of the Fire. I almost called it the pointy end. That was the wrong campaign.
Whoops.
No, he was at Hammer Time. Never mind. Yeah, sorry. In our
Alright, well, I go
previous
this way.
campaign, about 70% of the shops were all like music references. So,
Love that.
all right. So you go where, Hunter?
I go to the stables. Guabi can go back to his tower.
And he does. He kind of mouses his way back up there. You approach the stables. Hello, my name is Winnie. What can I do for you?
Blacksmith said you had a stable, or not stable. You're wearing a stable. You had a cart for sale.
Oh, Mike sent you. Yes, well, we do have this new cart. It's well, newish, new to us. I could probably part with it for maybe 20 gold.
How much can it hold? Weight-wise.
This baby right here can hold so many things. We're talking maybe 1,000 pounds.
Perfect. Just can you have it sent to the Mike? Is his name Mike?
Mike Charlie?
Yeah, or the blacksmith. What was his
Yeah,
name?
Mike Charlie.
Oh yeah, can you have it sent to Mike at like 7 bells tomorrow morning?
Do you have a horse?
I think we're working on it. There should be a lizard scaly man coming along talking about horses.
Well, if a lizard scaly man says he has a horse for you, then I'll make sure to attach it and send it to Mike Charlie. What's your name?
Bulk.
Hulk.
Bulk Ripley.
Oh, have you met Hulk Bipley? He's big like you.
I have actually talked to him in the morning.
He's quite the man.
Oh yeah, well you haven't seen nothing yet.
She looks confused. Well,
Why is
I'll
this
make sure.
a fucking goat version of Morty from Rick and Morty?
Why
You see how many
not?
things this can handle? See how many things?
This baby can handle so many things. So many things, Rick. Oh man, Rick.
Oh man.
Oh man, he's dead, man.
Oh, no. Snake jazz. Sorry.
Well, perfect. Thank you, goat person.
I'm not a goat. I'm just a woman named Winnie.
Oh, I just assumed with the accent. Thank you,
Her
Winnie.
husband's name is Ed.
All right, well, Bulk is going to go to the back to the inn.
Okay.
Did you see my massive shopping list,
I saw your
Brandon?
massive shopping list. I'm going to forego the actual shopping counters since you wrote it all down.
Just tell me how much gold that would cost.
Well, some of the items are going to be a little bit hard to find, like the dragon scale.
Yeah.
You're only going to be able to find 3 of those
Okay.
because I know what spell that you're trying to get those used for. You want to get 3. Silvermere, not a problem, not a problem. Okay. The parchment with the bit of holy text, you're not going to be able to find unless you find a paladin.
Okay.
And there's not necessarily a paladin shop, but you might know a paladin. You could go to the temple, I guess, but they're not willing to part with any of their holy texts. So,
Can't just get a piece of paper and write something holy on it.
I mean, you could try, but it needs to be
That's what
blessed.
it was.
So you can go see if someone at the temple will bless it.
Okay.
We'll just say you can get it because it's a lot of
Oh.
steps, but you can get it. Why not?
Can clerics not bless their own things?
They can.
Yeah, I feel like I'm religious.
You're a cleric, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can make
Yeah.
your own. You're fine.
Okay, so for everything else other than the dragon scale, the full amounts is fine.
Looking through the list. Red Orbit had a great idea. You just need to poke some holes in your paper. Thank you for that, Red Orbit. You're just solid right there. A bit of pork rind or butter. Do you have a preference between the two?
I went with butter.
Okay. And what are you storing your butter in?
An additional components pouch.
I could just imagine you throwing it with your other components, and then you reach in for a bit of mica, and you come out with this like paste, and
Butter.
Why is there so much butter here?
then you pull out a toad, and you're like, "Huh, I can't believe it's not butter."
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can find everything aside from the dragon scale. You only get 3 of those, and we'll say it costs 5 gold.
That's it?
Yeah, most of those things are dirt cheap. I mean, a small silver mirror only costs 2 silver pieces.
Jesus.
A
Also,
legume
for us to
seed.
walk?
You probably just found a legume seed on a counter. So,
Did was Golgi gonna get us health potions? We couldn't remember if he had confirmed that he would attempt.
Golgi said he would try. He
Okay,
said he would
well-
try to kit you guys out.
Whilst I'm at Mungo's, I would like to see if there are health potions for sale, since we still have 280 or 93 gold from what we've been given to purchase provisions thus far.
Pat informs you that they do in fact have a small selection of rejuvenating beverages that one might colloquially call a health potion. 3 of them, in fact. 50 apiece or 3 for 120.
Regal will buy all 3,
Okay.
and so minus 120. So 125, 125, 127. So we still have a lot of gold. Do you have any other potions or knickknacks that would be useful for adventurers who are going to a place they shouldn't go that has 3 really powerful people, Pat?
A place you shouldn't go. Then you might not want to go there. Sorry.
Yeah. Already committed, Pat.
Well, I do have a couple of spell scrolls if you have the intelligence and ability to cast them. I also have this potion of invisibility.
How much is that?
It's quite pricey. If I remember right, which I should have actually looked it up before I said I had it. Usually these cost about 300 gold.
What if I could put a good word into the duchy for you? We're on a direct tasking from them.
Well, we get pretty good business here. I don't think we need more advertising.
I will literally have the king know that it was your shop that helped us. If you would let me have that potion for 173 gold pieces.
If I had a copper piece for every time someone told me they worked for or knew a king, an emperor,
Regal holds
sultan.
the signet ring up.
Oh dear. Why didn't you say so? Of course. 150 gold if you could.
How about 173 for your willingness?
Thank you. That is so generous of you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pat. I will be sure to tell Master Golgi in the morning of your
Please
candid support.
Say nothing of it. We're too pleased to be able to help the realm in these times of unease.
And meanwhile, while Riku continues his shopping, I don't know where this is, but Endra would know where this is. She's going to go to wherever the criminal underbelly of Port Taranga is, where criminals and also poor folks who are wrongly criminalized are hanging out.
So there is no organized underbelly or crimey area per se of
It's fine where they like to hang.
There's not like a black market or anything, but over in the poorer area in the Temple District, you have engaged in a couple of contracts there.
Okay. All right. Endra wants to go talk to some of her previous contacts. And yeah.
So as you approach the well in the Temple District, which is usually where you've had dead drops and stuff before, you don't see any of your contacts. You do see a young boy who looks very sad sitting next to the well, though.
Endra asks him what's wrong. She doesn't care that much. She just cares about getting information at every possible opportunity.
Well, miss, you see, it's my parents. You see, my father has just died, and my mother is sick, and we haven't any food, and we only just wish we had somebody who could be generous enough to part with a little coin for some bread.
Endra is reluctant, but she too isn't. She's an orphan, and it seems like this kid bow to be also. She gives him 2 gold pieces.
2 gold? Oh, bless you.
And a sweet roll.
Bless you. And the kid gets up and starts to run away and says, "Sucker!" and takes off with your 2 gold and your sweet roll.
Okay. Well,
I mean, you are in
Saw
the
that
bad
one
part of
coming.
Endra's independently wealthy and still has 5 sweet rolls left, so she feels not too broken up about this. If anything, she kind of experiences like a swell of pride. She sees a little bit of a younger Endra in this kid who just swindled her.
That's perfect. From the shadows, you hear a voice. "Oh, Endra, I thought you'd learned better than that by now. What brings you back to Taranga?"
Do I know this person?
Sorry, do I know?
As you turn, you see a a figure standing in the shadows of one of the overhangs of a building, and he's cloaked and hooded, but he sounds a lot like a certain individual you knew very well in the past. You may have done jobs and things may have gotten a little more intimate, may not. Who am I to know?
No, they did.
But you do know this individual well.
Okay. Endraset turns around and says, "What's it to you?" Because things did get a little more intimate and ended not so well.
Is this what we've come to, Endra? I thought we were closer than this.
I haven't seen you in at least 3 weeks, and you... What's something important that he could have taken from her? That seems important to me that he...
You tell me.
Oh, God. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, Endra is orphaned. She had a very, very close relationship with her mother, and I think I've told you about it before. But she carried like all her mother's notes with her. Her mother was like an herbalist and all around just kind of a skilled lady. And Endra carried her little notebook with her, and it mysteriously disappeared after her last encounter with what's his name.
What's his name? Wow.
We don't know his name.
What's his name?
He's giving you a different name every time he's seen you, so that's probably why.
Okay.
Tim.
Yes, today his name is Tim the Sorcerer.
Okay.
The name
Endra's had a-
name he's given you most commonly was William.
Okay, William. All right. Endra's had enough of this encounter. She's gonna stalk off angrily towards, what's this? The Rusty Flagon.
Yes.
Endra's an alcoholic, and she wants a tomato sandwich.
William shrinks back into the shadows, shaking his head at you. Women. As you enter the Rusty Flagon, you see a well-built, stocky, middle-aged bar wench standing behind the bar, scrubbing out a mug. Welcome to the Rusty Flagon. What can I get for you?
Endra asks, "How good are your tomato sandwiches?"
Well, we got tomatoes and bread, so I guess it fits the criteria.
All right. I'll take the fattest slice of tomato you can possibly fit between 2 pieces of bread.
Fair. What will you have to drink with it?
Endra is an alcoholic, but on her brief walk from her encounter with William to the Rusty Flagon, she's remembered that she has a long day of work ahead of her tomorrow, and she has attempted recovery multiple times before. She asked for water.
Not tomato juice?
No.
They always just get water.
It's that'd be disgusting with a tomato sandwich.
She slides a large mug of kind of murky water down the table at you.
Delicious.
And produces a slice. It's a fairly large sandwich. It's got a couple chunks of the bread, like the crust ripped off, where you can only assume there might have been mold. But they've removed it, so it's fine. A big, thick slice of really, really soft and overripe tomato, sitting right in the middle. It's like, it's a third of a tomato.
That is perfect. That is exactly how Endra likes it. This is the closest tomato sandwich she's ever had to what her mother made since she passed away. I'm just going to scarf that down, chug that water, and march on back to wherever the rest of the crew's staying. She is exhausted from her emotional encounter with William. Oh, yeah, she paid up front. Sorry.
Okay. 2 copper.
She paid up front. And she's emotionally exhausted from her encounter with William. She's going to stalk back to wherever the rest of the crew's staying, and she's turning in early.
That was a really short encounter with William. You got emotionally exhausted pretty quick.
Yeah. I've decided that they have kind of a tumultuous history.
I'm glad we were able to develop this so quickly. There we go.
Before Regal heads back over to the inn, he just asks Pat if he knows of or has a holy hand grenade.
Did you just call Pat a he?
They.
I've never heard of a holy hand grenade. What is a grenade? I know hand. I know holy.
It's an explosive ball charged with the almighty power of the divine, generally used to vanquish evil rabbits.
No, I've never heard of one of these. I will keep my ear to the ground and let you know if I do hear of one, though.
Okay. And by chance, do you do any sort of attribute enhancing tattoos here?
Oh, I am not a tattoo artist, nor am I a magician. I just run the shop. Mungo's the one that is mystical and magical.
Is Mungo in the back?
No, he's out procuring items from lands far and wide. I really think he's just out whoring and getting drunk, but it's not for me to say. He is he's an interesting man.
Do you know where he drinks and whores typically in Tarangaport?
Oh, he's not in Tarangaport. He's been gone for weeks now. He could be anywhere.
Gotcha. Do you know someone that would be able to tattoo a attribute boosting enhancement
I don't-
upon one?
I don't personally know of anyone, but if anybody could, it would be at the temple. Or maybe at the college bardic.
Which one do you think I should go to first?
I would check out the temple.
Thank you, Pat. I'll see you.
What kind of attribute enhancement are you looking for in a tattoo? Before we just continue with this and you run in circles and don't find anything.
Well, what can I have? I'm at 20 dex with my modifier, so I can't go higher, right?
Yeah, oh, you're not going to get an ability score improvement. That's not going to happen.
What am I allowed to have, if anything?
Well, there are a few magical tattoos that were just released, and Tasha called them of everything. The tattoos that I listed in the magical item list, though, I would be amenable to considering.
So I don't have that up right now, and I would. Well, you know what? Maybe that's actually in the pinned messages. It is not. Do you remember what tattoos
I'm pulling
they
it up
were?
right now.
Because there's only like a handful that they show on this.
Yeah, I think I only had 2 on the list. Alright, so the tattoos that are acceptable in this campaign are Coiling Grasp, Barrier, and Eldritch Claw. Coiling Grasp, they are grasping tendrils. While it's on your skin, you can, as an action, cause the tattoo to exude inky tendrils, which reach for a creature you can see within 15 feet. Creature must succeed on DC 14 saving throw or take 3d6 force damage and be grappled. As an action, the creature can try to escape the grapple by succeeding blah blah blah. The grapple ends if you halt it, if the creature is ever more than 15 feet away from you, or if you use the tattoo on a different creature. Pardon me. Barrier tattoo changes your armor class to 12 plus dex, so you don't have to wear armor. And then
So I'm at 10 right now with my dex and then my unarmored bonus. Would this then just boost my flat base to 12 if I had it?
correct. It would just be 12 plus your dex modifier. Would be your new
How
armor
much?
class.
Well, I'd still get my unarmored bonus, right? As a monk.
That's interesting. Unarmored defense. Because unarmored defense just puts you at 12 plus dex plus whiz.
So what
So
I'm showing is 10 plus 5 dexterity bonus plus 4 unarmored defense bonus.
what's your wisdom at?
18.
Right, that's your plus 4.
Okay.
Unarmored
So,
defense is 10 plus dex plus wisdom. So it would be 12 plus dex plus wisdom. I'd go with that.
okay. How much would that cost if a temple person was able to do such a tattoo?
Well, so getting the tattoos are pretty expensive. This one would probably cost around 800 gold.
And would that be the uncommon or the rare one?
That
Assuming
is
uncommon.
uncommon.
Or the rare
What's that?
What, are they able to do like the higher echelon ones?
They don't have the ability or the skill.
Okay. I would like to go to the temple and get an uncommon barrier tattoo on my upper arm.
Okay. Yeah, as an uncommon, it'll take half a limb, so up an arm, or you can use scalp. Upper arm is fine. It'll be 800 gold, and it'll take the rest of the afternoon and most of the evening to do that.
That is fine. I will forfeit my 800 gold.
All right.
And I will attune the item upon completion.
All right. What about the rest of y'all?
While all this is happening, Aurora, after giving her shopping list to Regal, she's just kind of been meandering around the dock, just daydreaming of the future ship that she's gonna get. She's kind of just conserving energy for the long adventure ahead. Yeah, just looking at the sea, daydreaming.
Okay. Anybody else have stuff they're doing?
Bulk is just eating as much carbohydrates he can at the inn and doing a series of elaborate stretches like Wallaby taught him.
Okay. Very cool.
Carb loading.
Carb loading and stretching.
All right. And Liv, I didn't get a chance to tell you this. I'd like to grant you inspiration for developing your backstory on the fly. Good job.
Thanks. For the record, I sent you a very detailed, it was like a couple pages long backstory.
You
Only
totally
part of
did.
it was on the fly.
You totally did. And
So.
I was trying to remember it,
It's
and
okay.
I did not do very well.
It was like 2 pages long. There was a lot going on.
I liked
and
it,
I
though.
hardly remember any of it. Anyway, thanks.
Well, anyway, we did well together, riffing off each other. And with that, what is Ender doing with the rest of her evening?
She's passed out. She's asleep.
Okay, she's gone,
Yeah.
dead to the world, and Horchata is also sleeping. As the evening winds to a close, Bulk, you feel strained, a little bit tired, good tired, right? Like you're gonna sleep well and wake up refreshed and ready to go tomorrow. Plus, you feel full of carbs, like you should. So, great job. Aurora, you've spent the day just daydreaming about your ships, and all the nostalgia and heartbreak is just filling you, making you so excited for this opportunity to get a new ship. Liv, you're still passed out. Jordan, you're Regal. You're pretty sore. The whole upper arm is a little tender, but not as bad as you thought it would be. It must be something about the magic that makes it not as bad. And as you focus on it for the evening, you're able to attune to it pretty rapidly, and you feel yourself becoming a little more, I wouldn't say stronger, but a little bit safer.
Thank
You
you.
feel more like you'd be able to dodge blows. Pardon me.
Yes, I feel quite dodgy.
Indeed. As you guys wake up the next morning to the, wow, I just had the worst TBI moment. I couldn't remember what I was trying to say about roosters. Anyway, sounds of roosters. I almost said the doodling of cocks, which just would not have been right.
The doodling of cocks.
Yeah, which is not the correct term. Anyway, you wake up to that.
You're not wrong. I mean,
Cock-a-doodle-doo. To you too.
Anyways, you wake up to the doodling of cocks. You go about your mornings, morning routines, whatever they may be, and prepare for your day.
Huzzah!
I believe that Bulk has somewhere he wants to be this morning.
oh yeah, Bulk is stretching, light jogged to the Hulk's office.
As you actually enter the courtyard, you see Hulk Bipley standing in the courtyard. Ah! You're early, brother! Thanks for showing up. We got the test set up for you.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right.
I've
It's a series of 3 tests, because that just seems to be a great number for these things. Alright, brother, the first thing we need you to do, right, is the same thing from yesterday. Lift the wagon.
Hunter, do you have your +1 strength that you got from Wabbage
He still does.
Yeah, I'm just
right now?
48
Okay.
hours.
it doesn't add my or doesn't go too
Just
much.
have
It
to
just adds
physically
1.
add it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that you weren't getting fucked over from your power pull.
So I had a question about the wagon thing. So all I need to do is get 3 consecutive, right?
Yep, needs to touch the ground and then go up over your head by your own power.
All right, so if I try twice, don't get it, but then I get it 3 times in a row, I'm good.
3 consecutive.
Okay, let's do this.
You have a half hour.
All right.
If you can't finish it in a
Well,
half hour, then
bulk starts lifting.
Bulk very easily lifts the super heavy cart above his head 3 times to pass the first challenge. While Bulk,
Oh, that was
while Bulk is doing this, is there anything you guys are doing?
Having a grand breakfast at the end.
Grand. What exactly does the centaur eat for a grand breakfast?
I'd say pretty meat based. So kind of away from Endra. She does indulge in goat's milk because it's thicker and creamier. So she's kind of drinking that. Probably a
would know
couple
that, you're
hard-boiled
vegan.
eggs. Yeah, I know.
Centaurs are meat eating?
In D&D, I could eat as many animal products as I would like. No, Aurora is not vegan. She's probably eating. Yeah, maybe
Some
bacon.
hay, some grain.
I have a human mouth. Probably.
Yeah, but you have horse intestines.
Oh god.
You have, like,
Technically,
No, wait,
they
how
have
does that
both.
work?
You have a
Yeah,
hind
human.
gut. You don't have a hind gut. You have a.
So it goes through my human
You rumigate.
intestines.
Yeah,
you
but then you
don't have
rumigate.
human intestines. Oh,
I have a
wait, hold
torso.
on, you have a
Yeah, you do.
whole
You have a
human
torso.
torso. You're like
How
a
do
Yeah, so
cow, you
those-
have multiple stomachs.
Digest food.
Well, yeah, so do horses.
Honestly, this is the best
Horses.
tangent we've ever been on.
So-
Second best. My favorite was still when we figured out how to throw a gnome.
The quick Google says that you eat human food, digest it, and then poop it into your horse necks like their own human centisteeds. So
God. Okay.
it's pretty much human
Actually,
centipede, but with
my wife,
centipedes.
horses only have one stomach.
Yeah,
but
I
it's a
think
big one.
cows have 4, but I think
Yeah.
So do I just get like I mean, the food that I eat, it's going through a lot of like digestive tract, so I'm absorbing like optimal
So
All the
much.
like
nutrients.
nutrition. Okay, so I probably don't need to eat too much. Well, I am a large mass though.
You're a horse.
Yeah,
You weigh a ton.
like, I do multiple tons. Okay, so
Multiple
yeah,
tons.
I'm
You're a big horse. Weigh
You're a
multiple
big
tons.
fucking horse.
I'm a
I like to think
6,000-pound horse.
I like to think I'm like a Clydesdale,
Oh my god.
like Budweiser horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm eating a large slice of bread, probably multiple eggs, goat's milk, and what kind of meat? What other meat do you eat? And the sausages. I'm eating sausages.
Great. They have some lamb sausages.
Even Clydesdales only get up to about
You know how,
300
like-
pounds.
Wait, how much do I weigh?
Remember, like, back in the day, IKEA got caught
Oh.
cutting their meatballs with horse meat?
We don't
No,
talk
I
about
didn't
that.
remember that.
Oh, that happened. What does this place cut their sausage with?
You don't want to know.
Can I roll insight to?
You do remember that there seems to be a very low rat population in town.
Oh no.
Okay.
This meat is a little stringy.
All right. Regardless, you have a hearty breakfast.
Yes, thank you.
Literally. Hearts.
That's all rats' hearts.
Rat hearts.
And meanwhile, Endra had a long but restless sleep. She had a bunch of nightmares about both her dead mother and also William. She's still kind of reeling from the experience and not wanting to be recognized by William again, should she run into him. She's going to use her disguise kit as soon as she gets up in the morning to hide her horns, which, by the way, I was going to show these two guys. I haven't had a chance to figure out a way to affix them,
Stellar.
but I was really jealous of Draven's immaculate costuming. Anyway, she's going to figure out a way to hide them.
Believe in you.
And with a big wig. That's how she's a big voluminous
Like
wig.
a bouffant.
No, more like think like Merida curls.
Got
So
it.
like still giant, still red. She has to stay true to herself. Yeah. Anyway,
Does that incur disadvantages on stealth checks?
she's disguised. So, and also she's very important. She needs to She's
Regardless.
I'm gonna say
She's
no.
gonna pull on a pair of trousers and boots to cover her legs, which she normally leaves exposed, and sit down for breakfast. But unfortunately, her tomato sandwich is a dead giveaway to anyone who knows her, including Liam.
As you sit down
William.
and ask for breakfast, like, oh, we're having a special on goat's milk. Could I offer you some?
Endra has to swallow her pride and pretend not to be extremely insulted by this, lest she reveal her true identity, and says, "No thanks. I'm not thirsty. Just a tomato sandwich, please."
Terrific. When are you at?
I think we're all at the
Did
end.
you pass
Yeah.
out at Rusty Flagon, or did you
No,
go to
I
the
scurried
Drinking
over.
Maiden? Okay. Brings out a tomato sandwich. The higher quality bread, tomatoes not quite as overly ripe, but not quite as big either. Doesn't have that dirty spoon feel to it.
Okay, Endra is not totally dissatisfied with this, but does feel a little bit emotional thinking again. And tears up a little bit, actually, thinking about that tomato sandwich she had the other day at the Rusty Flagon that was so similar to her mother's. She wipes her tear away frantically before it smudges her disguise makeup
Perfect.
and finishes her breakfast.
Regal, what are you up to?
Regal and Horchata are just having a normal breakfast of, some eggs, some bacon, a little bit of spiced meat, just hanging out.
Terrific. All right, back to Hulk and Bulk. All right, brother,
Bulk.
you did great on the first challenge, but it's not good enough just to be strong. You've got to be precise. So, what we're gonna
Okay.
do? You see that really large boulder?
Yeah.
You gotta take it, throw it over your back, and land on the target. You think you can do that?
Oh, I do this. I do this all the time in the mountains.
Terrific. All right, so that'll be a strength check and a dexterity, specifically a ranged attack.
Well, I mean, it's an improvised weapon, right?
Yes, and we'll say you're proficient in rock, since you used to do this.
I'm
in the
proficient in
mountains.
I'm proficient in improvised weapons. So
There you go. So you'll do a ranged
Uh,
attack, which will be
so
D20 plus dex plus.
Efficiency mod.
Thank you, proficiency. You also do an athletics check.
all right, we'll start with the athletics.
You're able to heft the stone.
I'm athletic, so D20 plus 2 plus dex and proficiency.
Yep.
That's plus 4.
What's your
Your
proficiency? Your
proficiency, that's
proficiency
low.
modifier should be.
It's
Oh
plus
no, you
3.
guys. So you only have a plus
My
one. to your
dexterity
dex.
is plus 1. Yeah.
All right. You lift it and you huck it, and it lands a fair way away from the target. That's all right, brother. You can have 3 more tries.
All right, let's do this again.
Let's do this one more time with the.
With feeling,
All right, you're able to
Lift.
lift the stone.
throw.
Deductor no!
Ah!
It's
That's 11.
slightly closer. It's like you're walking it into the target. It's all right. Take a breath, man. You can do this, brother.
All right, he's gonna just like really focus. He's gonna look at where it is. He's gonna like do the movement, practice it a few times. He's going again.
You lift it like it's a sack of flour.
It
No.
essentially is to him. No.
It
Oh,
lands
no,
a little
brother.
bit further away. You almost crush one of the attendants recording. He gives a little yelp and runs away. All right, man. You can do this. Dial it in, brother. 2 more tries.
If this doesn't work, I'm gonna use action surge.
God.
But I don't think that's actually would do anything. So never mind. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh no, brother.
Okay. Okay.
You're able to lift it.
Very athletic.
I mean, the more you're lifting it, you would think you'd be getting tired, but no, it's just getting easier for you for some reason.
Didn't that pump?
Oh. Finally. The
Lands.
16 hit.
It lands just in the center of the target, just barely off from bullseye. All right, brother. That's 2 challenges down. You might have what it takes to be one of us.
Oh, I know I have what it takes.
All right, the third is the written exam.
Oh, no.
Now, this exam is all about proper dietary techniques for trying to bulk and stay healthy, and different lifting techniques. It should be hard if you haven't taken any classes from any of our professors here.
I just took a class last night, actually.
Oh, did you?
Old
Well, it might work
Globby.
out for you, brother. And he sits you down, and the test is almost identical to the lesson that Guavin Shorts gave you regarding different macronutrients and different, biophysical techniques and stuff, or biophysical mechanics and techniques and whatnot. So, super easy. History check. DC is 10.
Don't fuck it up.
DC is 10. It's such a
The
low
three is
DC.
-1.
Oh man. Well,
Um?
since you just got the lesson, it's just a straight D20.
Okay.
Right, you have 50-50 chance here passing this exam.
Oh!
He grades it. He's like, "Well, you passed. Congratulations, and welcome to the ranks of the Marshalis Ginians." I have no idea what to call it. I didn't think you'd pass.
Orgamacius Assassins.
Welcome to the rank of the strongmen.
I feel like I belong finally.
Yes, well, we can get you a teaching position here if you'd like. You obviously have much to pass on to the youngsters, brother.
Can I get a certification? I'm looking for something with the crown, actually.
Well, yeah, here's a diploma it's an honorary diploma. Congratulations.
Thank you, Hulk. I'll come back someday to fight you.
Well, that's a different challenge, friend.
I'm coming for you.
I look forward to it, brother.
All right, cool.
I
So
did
Bulk's
not-
at a...
There we go. Congratulations. You've joined the rank of the college strongmen.
Do I get anything else?
If you choose to become an instructor for them, they offer you a pension.
Okay.
But you'd
Bulk
have
let
to
the learn
actually,
what a pension is, and
you'd have
then
to actually teach there, though. Or you could be a visiting professor and do their satellite campuses.
they have satellite campuses.
They do.
All right, awesome.
Terrific. We'll work on the contract. Come back in a few days and we'll see what we can get worked out for you.
Okay, sounds great.
Terrific. All right.
And we do like the Predator handshake.
You
Not-
son of a bitch!
Love it. All right. Well, congratulations, Bulk.
I
We're
can't
very
wait
proud
till I can't wait till Globby that we're colleagues.
of you. Indeed, Professor Ripley.
Regal and Horchata are going to head over to the stables.
Terrific. As you get to the stables, you see Hijorn there, saddling up several horses. One of them pulling a cart or wagon. In the back of the wagon, you see various metal discs and a metal rod. This may be, I don't know, you say maybe 2 inches in diameter, and just a ton of metal discs. It looks like a lot of weight. Sitting around outside of the wagon are several barrels and pouches, or sacks, pardon me. There's also a leather bundle, about 5 feet long, carefully, daintily folded up. Welcome. It's good to see you all. We have procured the supplies that you wanted. This barrel is tomatoes. 2 sacks of bread. This barrel has milk. We should drink it quickly because, well, milk spoils. We also have a barrel of water, fresh and clean. We were able to procure 3 potions of greater healing and 6 normal potions of healing. And also in this pouch, I was able to get 2 silvered long swords, 2 silvered short swords, and 6 daggers, 2 of them being silvered.
2 silvered long swords, 2 silvered short swords, 2 silvered daggers,
And 4
and
normal.
then 4
Correctamundo.
Endra followed Regal and Horchata, but sneakily all the way to the stable, so she heard that stuff.
It's
Sure.
weird to
She's gonna offer just to practice. Just she doesn't want to get rusty, but more importantly, she doesn't want William to see her. And now that she's outside the city, well, she's less worried about it. Anyway, she heard all that, and she's gonna offer Highjorn a sweet roll first, and then ask if she can have both those silver daggers.
I thank you for the confectionery delight. The daggers were your request, therefore if it is fine with your companions, they are yours. Divide this as you see fit. And he begins daintily eating the sweet roll.
Aurora's just kind of taking her time getting over there because she does not need a horse. So she's not there yet.
And did I tell you guys he was a copper dragon? I might have lied to you.
You did say copper dragon.
I'm
I
sorry,
remember
he's
very
silver.
specifically.
Yeah, he is silver. He's a character I previously had, and I had changed him. I forgot that I changed him to silver. So
That changes everything.
I know it's
Indeed.
horrible. It's just terrible.
Okay, so I want to check with the group beforehand. I want to take one of the silvered short swords and one of the silvered long swords. It sounds like Endra's going to take all the daggers.
Is that cool with you guys?
I don't mind.
Sweet. How many is that in total? That's 4 regular and 2 silver, right?
Yeah, so in the items,
Mhm.
in your equipment,
Mhm.
wherever the dagger is, so
Mhm.
add all 6.
Mhm.
And then on 2 of the individual daggers, when you click it, it will pull it up and it'll have customize. Just click that, and there will be a thing that says silver, and it's a checkbox, and just
Got it.
silver 2 of them. Hulk doesn't use weapons.
Alternatively, instead of having 6 separate daggers in there, because I know you already have a lot, you can change the number of dagger, so you only have 1 listing, but you have number times like 40, and then you can have just 1 separate listing for your silver dagger.
How do I do that?
Terrific. So when you're actually in your equipment, you'll see there's quantity next to your weapon. And you should be able to change that.
I think they took that
They
away
took
on
that away.
weapons.
Yep, you
That's-
used to be able to do that, so do what Jordan said.
Yeah, that's so. What the fuck? You can do it with darts still.
Yeah.
That's really weird. They must have just.
Well,
Switch
you might
that.
be able to with daggers, because daggers can be thrown.
Yeah, I think daggers should still be able to.
So
Dagger. Add. Yeah, no.
That's okay.
Because
I'll just add more
why?
daggers.
Why would you make it so it works? It used
don't
to
know,
do
that's
that.
weird.
I don't know why they changed it.
Okay, so-
I have 7 regular daggers.
And 2 silver, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Hulk, I'm assuming, doesn't need any weapons because he punches and beats things, right?
Well, yes. No weapons. He doesn't
Okay.
touch the thing.
I don't think Horchata. Would he need
Horchata
those
might be
useful?
interested in a silver short sword. I
Okay.
don't know if he's proficient, but let's see what Aurora wants.
Yeah, may I have a silver short sword? I don't know how many there are. Is that the only weapon?
There's
There's a
and
short
long
sword and a long sword. A long sword might be more advantageous for a giant Clydesdale centaur.
But
Yes. I have a great sword. Is the great sword better? Because maybe I should just keep the.
So
So-
silvered is good specifically against like undead things, which we might encounter.
Not necessarily
You can
undead,
switch.
but
Okay.
ghosts. Anything
Ghosties.
that is immune to normal damage can be hurt by silvered weapons.
Yeah, you can keep your greatsword.
Okay.
You're probably not proficient in greatsword though, as a cleric.
No. Would I be proficient in The silver.
Depends
Look on
your
the left.
proficiencies.
It'll say armor, weapons, tools, languages, all the way to the left.
Yeah.
And it should tell you what weapons you're proficient with.
Oh, martial weapons and simple.
So you're
weapons?
proficient with both the longsword and a greatsword.
So
Is
perhaps
this
a
a
long
melee
sword.
weapon?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Perhaps a long
okay.
sword for the centaur and a short sword for the small Ganassi wizard.
He actually doesn't have any applicable weapons proficiencies, so he might take one, but he probably won't use it in reality.
Let's throw it on him just for funsies.
Okay.
So I'll add that to him. And make sure, Jesse, that you make it silvered when you add it to your inventory.
Yeah, how do you do that?
You click the weapon once it's been added, click customize, and then there's a little checkbox that says silvered.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I was not expecting RP to go this long. I'm very, very pleased that it did. And any of you who stayed with us, more power to you.
Did they give Bulk a like cap and gown?
They haven't. You haven't walked yet. Did you want one of the? When
Okay,
you're
never mind.
actually professing, you can have one of the fancy ones with the poofy cap
Fine.
and the gown.
Well, Bulk's just gonna walk to the stables.
Okay. Did you want
what
a
about-
cap and gown right now?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Aurora, what were you saying?
Sorry. Did we distribute the health potions or?
I'm
Okay,
trying to
not
get to
the-
that, but people keep on asking things.
Oh, okay. I'll stop asking.
You let me know when you'd like those distributed. So Aurora, you're tanky in comparison to these other squishy people.
Rude but true.
That's
Stocky.
unfortunately true. So maybe we give the weaker people the greater potions since they might need those.
Horchata
of, like-
immediately volunteers. I would very much like potions of healing.
So I'm thinking one to Aurora, one to Endra, and one to Horchata for the greater ones. And then Bulk can have three of the normal healing ones,
That works.
4 of the normal healing ones.
I can eat like 32 damage because of my abilities, so
Okay, so we'll do one of the graders to Horchata, one to Endra, and one to Aurora. So if you just type in healing potion, it'll be potion of healing grader, green. And that will do those 3. And then we'll give 2 of the normal ones to Bulk since he's so thick. And give another 1 to Horchata and 1 to Endra and 1 to Aurora. Just the normal potions.
So I get a greater and normal.
Mm-hmm. So does
Nice.
Endra.
and I just get a normal.
You get 3 normals.
Normals? Okay.
So 3 normals to Bulk, 1 normal to Endra, 1 normal to Horchata, and 1 normal to Aurora. And then Endra, Aurora, and Horchata get a greater. Good?
Great.
All right, that is the distribution of our items other than food.
Master Ripley, may we utilize your wagon for some of these supplies?
Bulk walks up and looks at the wagon. Oh, great! It looks awesome. He immediately takes out the rod, puts 2 of the circular weights on it, and starts doing a shoulder workout.
Now this rod is, would you say, about 5 feet long? Has a couple good grips
Yeah,
on
it's
it?
about 5 feet long. Yeah.
Okay. Terrific.
This is going to revolutionize everything. He takes it all off and puts it in the cart. He's like, yeah, it can fit more weight. Throw it on.
Terrific. And he starts lifting or hefting barrels and bags into the back of the wagon. About that time, Guavin Short shows up.
Also, everyone, you can call me.
About that time, Guavin Short shows up, decked out exactly as you've seen him in the past, but in slightly cleaner variations of the clothes he's always worn. Tan-ish traveling robes with a purple cloak, the same tattered purple cloak he had before. His broken monocle has been replaced by a set of half spectacles. And he has a satchel over his shoulder, a coil of rope on his hip, a bandolier full of small tubes going across his chest. Hello, good morning, all. Are we ready to visit the tomb of Nautuk?
Ah!
Definitely, Guavi. But I was telling some big news to everybody. I am now Professor Ripley. Thank you very much.
He looks at you aghast. Professor of what exactly?
Of the games, Guavi. The games.
This is that Hulk Bipley's doing. That man is a disgrace to academics.
Passed it this morning.
Well, I then offer you my heartfelt congratulations, Professor Ripley.
Oh, thank you, Guavi. We're going to be seeing a lot more of each other.
I look forward to it.
I give him a hearty slap on the back and get ready to roll out.
Autobots.
He falls to one knee when you smack him on the back.
Endra asks Wabi what he's got in his satchel.
That's a great question. He pulls out the red book, the black book, a couple of sheets of paper that have notes, a spare quill in a small tube. Looks like some ink in a ink well that is made from maybe stone or something that's not so fragile. And then just some miscellaneous things. It looks like he has a pair of spare undergarments, a small dagger, nothing to write home about. It's like a penknife, really. And then a couple of just empty tubes and containers, some chalk, and a little bit of charcoal.
Great. Just curious.
These are my adventuring supplies. Yes, I don't adventure much, but these are good for gathering data and taking field notes. Yes, field notes.
Guavin Schwartz, did you finish? Were you translating the book last night?
Yes, the book translated. It was notes from the trio and their servants. There was much to learn.
Did you learn anything interesting or useful that could help us?
Yes, we discovered the identity of the trio. They consist of three powerful individuals. Antonia Lesnoot, he's a sorcerer. Isdor Laegeri, we don't know how to pronounce it. He's a wizard. And Targum Copperfist, an artificer. They were Natuk's right hands. A Copperfist hand. See what I did there? Yes.
How does he have three right hands?
That's a good question. I believe this is just a commonly used idiom, but yes.
I think we're fighting Goro.
Didn't Goro only have two right hands?
Yes. But that's more than most people.
You're not wrong. Anyway.
Endra asked him to repeat the name. She'd like to come up with some quirky nicknames for them, easier to remember.
Antonila Snoot, Isidore Laegeri, and Targolm Copperfist. Yes. I hope that helps with your witty repertoire.
Henceforth, Endra will be referring to the three as Tony, Izzy, and Targ.
Okay. Good to know. Yes. The way to the tomb is not difficult or dangerous. We follow the road, and when we find the stones, the carrion stones for the marker, we hang a left. About a mile up the road, we should reach the abandoned town outside the tomb. It was once a thriving community, but after the downfall of Nautuk, then, well, the town fell into shambles and ruins. people don't go that way often, but it has long been recorded as being abandoned. Yes.
Isn't that where your last group died?
Oh no, no. I was on my way to the tomb of Natuk when I was taken by bandits from a cave just up the road. Yes, that is where they died, trying to get me out of there. Yes.
Could we go into the cave?
Do you want to access the cave?
Is there something in the cave?
Not anymore. I was in the cave. Now there are dead bodies. Yes.
Is the group's body still there?
I did not move them after. I mean, assuming the animals did not get to them, one could assume that maybe the bodies are still there. Although I did give the location to Master Golgi, and he said something about recovering rings. He might have already sent operatives to find them.
So, tomb. Let's hit the road.
Regal's just a little dumbfounded. He's like, I kind of want to see if there's bodies there.
I could load the map if you want. I didn't
You just
integrate it
wanna-
into this campaign yet, so it'd take me a minute, but if you want to... you're more
Regal
welcome
is not committed to the idea. He only really wants to know because he would like to procure more magic items if they were available.
to.
But
Yeah, that's why Golgi's already sent people to go get my stuff.
perhaps we should just go to the tomb.
Okay, so
Wait,
anybody...
but
I heard someone
Oh.
else talking. Aurora?
I think I was just curious why Regal wanted to see the bodies, but I guess it's the magical items. But
Because
Golgi
of
probably
meta,
already.
he was part of that party and he knows what they had on them.
I want to find my items.
Okay.
Yeah, so
It's a
there
bit of a
were...
personal quest.
Yeah, but... So
In previous life,
what just happened, Hunter?
Oh, he moved.
he
Oh,
fucked it all up.
Oh, man. Okay,
Oh,
I think I got
God.
it. Freaking Hunter. Alright, I got everyone put back. We're good.
I'll be back 1 second,
Nope,
so just
not
keep
Joking
going.
and Jordan.
I just have a question. Do you guys think does a satyr need a horse?
Does who need a horse?
Does a satyr need a horse? Can she just I feel
Oh,
like she,
What's your movement
Alright.
speed?
35 feet.
So you're a little faster than average. You don't have to have... Well, I mean, a horse's movement speed's a lot more than that, though.
mine's like
Alright.
40.
Yeah.
And I
Endra wants, she's gonna take a horse since they went to all the trouble of getting him. And also she has that wig on. She's worried if she runs that she's gonna get sweaty and have to take the wig off.
Yeah, a riding horse's speed is 60 feet.
That's way better. Endra wants to ride the horse.
So Bulk is 8 feet tall. How big are these horses?
Well, the one they got for you is pretty big.
Okay, perfect.
Is it bigger than me?
Clydesdale-esque. I wouldn't say it's bigger than you, but it's on the same order.
Okay. Oh, wait, it's walking speed, but that would be the same as running speed. It's only 40
Yes.
feet. Shouldn't it be like 60 because I'm a horse?
So for a riding horse, it's 60 feet, but since you're a playable character, they kind of limit you, so you can't go sprinting around.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll say it would make sense in the open road during travel that you can keep up with the horses. But in normal combat and stuff, your movement speed would be reduced to 40 because of the confines of combat.
Okay,
It's too break free.
that makes sense. But Aurora can hold up her own against these other
Yes,
horses.
you can keep pace with the other horses. Not that I anticipate you guys needing to gallop anywhere.
He's a bit competitive.
In fact, you have hands.
What's that?
And are we eating?
Aurora has hands.
Oh yeah,
Opposable thumbs.
that's why you can't move as fast, because you have hands and your upper body increase air resistance.
Yeah. You just flail.
I know. What do my hands do while I'm galloping?
Have you guys ever seen the
Whatever you
drawings of
want.
centaur babies where it's like someone was like, so I'm confused. When a horse is born, right, the colt can, or the foal can very quickly get up and move around, but babies can't even hold their own head up. And
Oh my God.
It's these horses with torsos of
So-
babies flopping around.
If everyone can just click that link that I sent real quick, because this is what I imagine it to look like. Just- if a centaur was riding another centaur.
I don't like it.
And you shouldn't, but it is what it is.
The first one was really cute.
So this is the one I was talking about.
I think I know which one you are, and I'm scared because it's frightening.
God.
Why is my horse body so big, but my baby body so small?
So for those of you not in our Zoom chat, this is the image I'm
Yep.
talking
I like this class.
about.
The one in the back is definitely doing
Makes
an
me
interpretive
laugh
dance.
so hard.
Yeah, I go fast.
All right. Sorry about the tangent. I'm pretty sure we have nobody watching us anymore, just because we've done nothing today, which is fine.
We've done many things.
If they
We've purchased.
toughed it out, they got great centaur pictures.
We've done some good things today. And we
I
only have
love-
another 30 minutes.
I
Yeah,
love
Bulk's
it.
a professor
I
now.
appreciate you guys' RP.
Yeah, we have a professor
Holy
who
crap.
can lift things.
Sam would be so proud of both of you right now. Both
What?
Jordan and Hunter. Sam would be very proud of you guys for doing like a whole session of RP with no like anger.
God.
2
You
sessions
haven't
actually.
smashed one thing.
All right. Well,
Bulk's faster.
talking about smashing, let's smash that open road. Yeah. It was a
Yes.
horrible transition, but you guys had, unless you guys have anything else you want to do.
Nope.
Son of a hunter.
I'm gonna take my horse to the open road, and I'm gonna ride till I can't ride no more.
Alright, so as you take your horse to the open road and you ride, so you can't ride no more, that'd be a lot longer than you need to ride.
I'm
I
just gonna
ride
ride
until
to-
I don't need to ride no more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ride to the temple.
The temple? So you're going back into town?
No, not the temple. The
Oh.
the
The Tomb of Nachuk.
tomb.
Terrific. All right, you guys ride there. It's completely uneventful. Nothing bad or scary or terrifying or otherwise untoward happens. And you guys find yourselves with Guavin Shorts' directions at a town, a ruined town, bordering a road. Before you, you see, make sure his vision is turned on so I can see. All right, can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Terrific.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you guys, I'm assuming, see as it's becoming evening as you guys approach. The light of the sun is fading as the sun dips behind the trees around you. All around you is a forest. And stretching ahead of you is this cobbled stone path. Up ahead, you can see an actual cliff rising in the distance, and it seems to be bearing itself southward. It looks like it's flanking this town. Directly behind you, you just crossed over a small creek, and to your left, you see a stone wall, and a couple of smaller paths, like here and here. You see in the center of town what looks like maybe smoke rising. That's all.
I have control over Horchata's token, but not my own.
Oh, I don't see my tokens.
Oh, you're there.
You just gotta zoom out and move around.
Hold on, I will.
It's like all dark.
Just zoom all the way out.
I hopefully zipped everyone over to the tokens.
Yeah, she's there. Yeah, just zoom all the way out.
Yeah, I'm zoomed out. I see like a rectangle, some light, but it's all dark.
There's something at the very top.
Hold on.
Yep, I see it. I'm gonna. So like I like see where the map would be, but then it's like, okay, I just refreshed and maybe that'll work. Where it's like
I
black
can-
and
Got it.
gray.
So like when
It's
I asked
mainly
if you
black.
could see the map and you said yes, you were.
Well, I could see a map. I just
It's kind of dim.
it's dim. I can't see my
Yes.
tokens, but I wasn't sure if that was the point or not.
Can you see your token now?
Nope.
God
All right.
damn it,
Well,
Jesse.
dim, it is supposed to be dim.
Sorry.
that
It's like black
is-
and white.
No, you should see green in like our road.
Oh, I see
and
it
all
now.
of our
Better?
tokens.
All right, great.
That looks more normal. Okay.
So yeah, it is dim because it is coming into evening time.
Yeah, but it wasn't like black and gray.
Got it. Is there anyone else I can't see? Terrific. All right.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that is the sounds that were going on in...
You're vagabonds, bunch of you!
I should probably change it back to the proper sound set now.
Where did that one come? I've never heard that one before.
Neither
That
have
is
I.
a new one.
Honestly, I've used that exact town noise every time we've been in town since I started using Sirenscape, and that's the first time I've ever heard him yell about a vagabond.
It's my box, I don't know you, get away! Oh god. Alright, well, Regal and Horchata are just gonna mosey on about here towards this area.
Hajorn is staying very close to the professor.
Ooh, can you
both
zoom in
talk
on
about-
Hajorn's token?
I can. So as I said, you guys see a large dragonborn. It looks like he's scarred and battle-worn, standing in full plate mail. His shield, which he has unslung recently, has this large dragon's head kind of chiseled into it. Not chiseled into it, but formed into it. And it is outlined with what looks like silver. He has a glaive on his back, and hanging from his hip looks like, you can't tell if it's a censer or a morning star, but it looks like a ball with some holes cut into it, a very heavy ball on a chain attached to a stick. He looks like he has seen a lot of life, but his armor, in contrast to the rest of his body, is immaculately kept. Not a dent, chip, or scratch on it. It's almost as if he has brand new armor that he constantly maintains.
So Bulk is talking to him, and so you're a big guy. Why do you use weapons?
The people of my order are trained with all the martial weapons you can imagine to defend the realm and our god.
Yeah, but so have I, but I don't need them.
Wow, Endra.
I mean, do you really
Just
need
pretend that
weapons?
didn't happen. Sorry, my bad.
I don't need the weapons, but I am more effective with them.
So they're kind of like a crutch for you, huh?
If you must say so to make yourself feel better, then sure, you can call them my crutch.
I'm a professor. I can call it a crutch.
You can call it what you like. It is how I was trained and raised.
Huh.
Bob and Shorts, are we supposed to go into this town?
Yes, this town should be just outside the temple. The tomb, pardon me. The tomb of Natuk. Yes, the tomb is south of us. As you
As
come...
Regal...
Go ahead.
As Regal and Horchata take a turn into what looks like the entryway, or a entryway, they notice a individual standing relatively ominously, mainly because of his hood, their hood, and they kind of just stop where they are and just stare because they're not sure what that is or who.
The hooded figure looks at you. Greetings! What brings you to the tomb of Natuk, huh?
And Regal just pulls Guavin Schwartz and puts him in front.
Are you one of the travelers that's coming to help Natuk? We've sent out the call far and wide. Only those who have been called have been showing up.
Bulk's gonna yell, "What?"
What's that?
What?
Bulk, you're breaking up. What'd you say?
Oh no, and Bulk was gonna yell. What brings you to the tomb of Natuk? But then you kind of just told me what they brings them there, so never mind.
Are you here to answer the
Am I
call?
just a robot?
Again, just pushing Guavin Schwartz in front to answer.
The call, yeah, of course we're here to answer the call. We would like to see the tomb of Natuk. He seems
Endra wants to
fairly
lie with
unconvincing.
slightly more confidence.
What was that?
Knowing that Guavin Schwartz is probably pretty unconvincing, Endra wants to lie with a little bit more confidence than that. That yes, we are obviously all here to answer the call. It's our duty.
Ooh, roll persuasion. It's our
Can I roll deception?
You can roll.
That seems like the
deception.
same
I
thing.
like that too. Whichever one you prefer in this instance.
I think it was equally good.
Oh,
He
Jesus.
he seems to think you're very earnest. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. Everyone seems to want to answer the call not took these days. Y'all smart. Come on in.
Regal and Horchata will follow behind Endra and the professor.
My name's Tony. I'm kind of new here, but we got lots of people from all around. We have an envoy from the Dragonborn. That guy might know them. We got some elf peoples around. We got some dwarves around here, and then of course you got Big Tony. That's who I'm gonna bring you to meet right now. He's kind of the big deal in these parts. You see?
Is
Like
this
literal
the
big or?
Yeah, he's a big guy. Not quite as big as you are, guy, but he's kind of a big deal. You know what I mean?
No.
So Tony, you say you're new here. Where are you from?
That's my business. It ain't yours.
Fair enough.
The shores of
What's that?
the shores of Jersey.
No, not Jersey. It's yours, G.
God damn it. I hate you, Brandon.
We just do 3 things there. We go talk to Jim, we eat food, and we do some landry. We like to tan,
What's
but there's no
landry?
sun there. What's landry? It's cleaning them clothes, eh? Anyway.
So is the other Tony in charge of everything here?
You could say so. Big Tony's he kind of answers to the big guys. You know, the trio. They give him messages, he tells us what to do. Used to be a lot more people here, but about maybe a week ago he sent a lot of people out to do some stuff. Couldn't tell you what. They don't like to tell me stuff because they say I talk too much. They say I don't know how to keep my mouth closed, but I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, I
I
don't
think
need
you sound phenomenal.
Andrew's realizing. Sorry, Andrew's realizing privately now that there are 3 layers of Tonys that she's gonna have to keep straight, and she's gonna privately be referred.
There's a lot more than 3 layers of Tony.
Oh, geez. Okay, in her mind, Trio Tony, according to Andrew, is gonna be Grand Tony.
Grand
She
Tony.
brings him up to the rest of the group, it'll be Grand Tony, but she's not saying any of this out loud.
Okay.
Be clear. I just want you guys to know who I'm talking about if I bring him up.
Right.
You name one Anthony, if it helps.
But one of them is Anthony. Oh, it's Anthony. Anthony the Snoot. He's the big one.
Regal and
I am not gonna do that, and
Horchata.
I will explain why later.
Regal and Horchata stop as they come over here, noticing the 2 individuals in this structure.
Hey, Big Tony, I got some visitors. They say they're here for Natuk. What are you talking about, little Tony? These people don't answer to Natuk. They're obviously just random stragglers. Why you bringing people in here? I told you 1,000 times. No, get out of my face. I'll deal with you later, man. Hey,
Regal shoves Guavin Shorts forward again.
what do you people want here? This is private property, you know what I'm saying? We've... He looks back at you guys. Why are you making me talk? I'm not good at this.
You know more about Nantuk than we do.
We humbly come to seek audience with his glory not took, that we might serve him.
Guavin Shorts rolling deception.
Well, I rolled a natural 2.
Can Regal help?
You can tell that he is very non-convincing, and no one's being.
Oh, damn, that was almost
sees just.
Oh, 1 second. Regal, what are you saying to try to help? And then we'll go to Bulk.
Regal is just trying to re-emphasize what Guavin Schwartz said with talking to Big Tony. We're here to do what we can for his glory, Natuk. We understand that there's a calling for people.
Now, Bulk, what were you saying?
Professor failing, and he's gonna just directly address the problem. He's going to talk to Big Tony. He said, "I'm here for you, Big Tony. I heard you were big, but I'm bigger."
Whoa. All
Did any of
right.
that come through?
So we got someone who says he's here for me and someone who says he's here for Natuk. How'd you hear about Natuk there, wiry guy? Yes, he's calling you wiry guy. Oh, I forgot to let you know, this guy is about 6'2". You know, he's tall-ish, but he's built like a brick house. He's got a barrel for each arm, and then let's not even talk about his chest. He looks like he's quite the bruiser. Carrying a sword and a shield on his back, but it looks like with his ham fists, he might not even need them.
How did I hear about Natuk other than this large man here? Well, this professor, his life's dream is to see the tomb of Natuk. It's all he's ever lived for, and well, he was just so convincing of the greatness of this individual that I felt the call.
Is that the case, scrawny guy? You want to see the tomb, or you want to serve the Natuk? He looks at you guys for guidance.
Say both.
Both. I have studied his glory for so long that I know that all must bow to him in service, or be washed away at the tide of the change of the darkness of the night of the I'm sorry, I get carried away. Yes.
He's very excited, Big Tony.
Guavin Schwartz is
Andrew's gonna
extremely
add-
convincing.
Endra's gonna add that she heard the call of Natuk through her sources. She hears rumors all the time, and more importantly, she heard that there were gentlemen such as yourself, Tony, powerful, large, and I couldn't say no to an opportunity to meet someone like you. And now I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Please. He blushes. Please, miss, you can call me T. What's your name?
And Endra lies on the fly. She says her name's Kate, and she's in disguise, so I think that
Andrew
should fly.
lies while in disguise.
Yeah.
For the guys.
To the guys. Well, Kate, it's very nice to meet you. It's nice of you to say so. There are plenty of good guys committed to his lordship's cause, but I am one of the bigger ones, so it's not a big thing I like to brag about.
So Bulk did not pay attention at all during this Natuk stuff, so he knows it's a thing, does not know any of the details. So he's going to keep going with this whole, he's here to unthrone Big Tony from his big throne.
So, you're here to, what, you want to take my position? You want the arm wrestle?
I
What
heard
you
there was a
talking
big guy on these roads. There's only enough room on these roads for one big guy. I'm going to take you down, Big Tony.
about? So you're telling me you want to fight?
I want to be the big guy.
Yes, so you're telling me you want to fight?
Yes. Yes,
Alright.
just you.
Just him, Big Tony.
Just
him.
Just you.
I don't ever pass up on a challenge, but I gotta say, my masters might not appreciate it too much. We ain't supposed to kill people unless we got to. At least not here in town,
We don't
you
got
know?
You don't gotta do no killing. I'll just whoop you right out of this building.
That's cute. You and your friends, you think you could handle this? I don't think so.
I know, just me and you.
Just him. Regal really emphasizes that they have no part in what Ripley is doing.
We just happen to walk in at the same time.
Well, I always accept the challenge. It's kind of what I do. Name the place. We'll figure this out.
Right here.
All right. How you want to handle this? You want short
No weapons.
swords at dawn? Oh, you want to go hand to hand, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Roll for initiative.
Just him?
Just him.
Okay.
Well, technically everyone. That way, if you guys want to talk or do something else, well, he's fighting.
Damn it.
That's a great initiative you have there.
Your initiative isn't so good, my friend.
Wow. What powerful
I
initiative.
win.
I'll roll horchata, sorry.
I don't think I've rolled an initiative above like 6 this entire time.
That's
I mean,
the hell out of me.
At least you're not Aurora with +0.
Yeah.
I've gotten some high ones though. I've surprised myself, but it's
The
just
luck
been a
of
little
the
slow
dice.
from that run. Just to clarify, Tony that we're talking to, Big Tony, he's one of the trio?
No,
He's not.
he's like
Okay.
the middle man that you would talk to the trio. You know, like the guy that sits in front of the restaurant. He's like, "What do you want?"
Oh.
He's that guy.
Trio Tony is Grand Tony.
Got it.
You have
So
Tony,
both
Big Tony, and
Also
Grand
made
Tony.
a mistake
Oh,
in
okay.
this Tony.
And supposedly even more Tonys in between that.
Because there's
Yeah.
2 other Tonys,
So
right?
bulk-
to make the
bulk
Grand Trio
also-
Tony?
Yeah,
Possibly?
sorry. Bulk what?
Bulk may have accidentally thought this Tony was the big Tony, and he's like, "Oh, this guy doesn't look so tough. I can do this on my own. I'm a professor now." And so he's rising up to the
Professor now.
challenge of.
So cocky now.
I hope you're ready to get doctored.
To answer your question, the trio is Grand Tony,
Uh-huh.
Izzy, and Targ. That's them.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
adopt your nicknames too, because that's easier than, I don't know.
I can't remember their full
Well,
names.
Bulk
That's correct.
Like
heard.
Wobbin Shorts was saying.
Yeah, Bulk heard Endra talking about Tony all the time, so it was like, "Oh, this is Tony. I gotta get. Let's get this Tony."
Folk thought this was the Grand Tony. Oh god.
Yeah.
Is this the small Tony, the one that let us in over here on the left?
Yeah, little Tony.
Yeah, Regal's gonna
Little
come up to him and just whisper, "How much you want to bet against these two?"
Hold on one second. Sorry, I had to fix something that was weird. Because technical difficulties.
It's the name of the game.
Yeah. Try the skinny bottom.
Free fight, Endra's gonna remain committed to her efforts to woo Big Tony
Oh.
to keep him on their side. And so she's gonna go up to Big Tony, put her hand on his shoulder, and tell him that there is no way that that he could lose to someone like Bulk. I've known this guy for a while. He's not focused. He's big,
Give it no.
but you can catch him. You can catch him off his guard. I believe in you, Big Tony.
Well, doll, I
You play both
appreciate
sides.
that. That's real sweet of you. I'll do what I can. You know, he blushes a little bit. All right, Regal, you were talking to Lil T. Lil T's like, who you betting on?
Well, who are you betting on? Do you think Big Tony's gonna get clumped by
Oh,
that
man.
behemoth of a man?
I don't know, man. I've seen him take on a lot. Oh, that just got like wrong ghetto. I don't know, man. I've seen him take on a lot of people, a lot of fights, and I think he's got what it takes. But that other dude's kind of big. You seen him fight a lot of stuff?
He likes to grab things, but he's also not the brightest. He sometimes tries to grab things that can't be moved and tries to move them.
It sounds like a character flaw of sorts. I put a 5 silver on Big T.
I'll call your 5 silver and raise you another 15. So I'll put 2 gold on the behemoth.
Wait, what do you think this is? Poker?
Kind of. Do you want to win the gold or not?
Not Nelly the Kid, yes. As in vet, it does mean vet from the military. We're not quite up to fact checking things your recruiter told you right now because this is live. So maybe later. All right. Anyway, yes. So I only got the 5 silver that I can afford to spare, man. Like that's what I said I would bet it for. I'm not gonna raise more money than that.
Okay. 5 silver. I'll put it on the behemoth.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right. Next up would be our friend Big Tony. He finishes setting his stuff down. He squares up, says, "All right, big guy, come on in. Let's see what you got." And he gestures to a position over in this region, offering to allow you to take up a ready stance.
Oh, Bulk gets ready. One thing. So I have a background. It's Echoes of Victory. Whenever I perform any sort of athletic, like feat or like within 100 miles of where I grew up, there's a 50% chance that someone who admires me is there.
What?
Okay.
I may have got that wrong, but it's more or less that.
Okay. I have. Actually, we'll roll live.
You know, this is what it actually says. So maybe you can just discredit this whole thing.
Just that sounds like such a weird fucking thing.
It was weird to start with. I think actually it was just information or shelter, so maybe not actually.
Did you grow up within 100 miles of here?
Are the mountains within 100 miles?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh god. Word?
All right. So this isn't technically a town or settlement; it's an encampment.
Okay.
So I'll
Just
give you
get
a
rid of it then.
10% chance that there is somebody.
Okay.
All right.
Damn it. What a fucking weird skill.
If it's 90 or higher, no one recognizes you.
So
Okay.
close.
So close though.
All right.
I saw that 9. I got excited.
So before we start, like, what do I get if I win? What do you get if you win? What are we doing here?
Well, if I win, I just take your place essentially as the big guy in town. If you win, and then I don't know, what do you want?
So you have to understand, if you best me, it doesn't mean you get my position. We have to be selected by the trio, right? But
What if I beat you all the way out of here?
if you try to beat me out of here, you're gonna have to take on all of the followers of Natuk and probably the trio.
Well, I'm sure the followers will lost all respect for you by the time I'm done.
This ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna win. But hypothetically, I think I could, if it were to happen, which it won't, we could probably part with some gold, or maybe, I don't know, get you a fancy mission with that trio folks. They could put you on some good work. I'll put in a good word for you.
Did he see the trio?
No one sees the trio. I don't even see the trio. They send out a representative, and I talk to him and pass on their messages.
Could he see the representative?
I could probably work that out.
Do it, Bulk.
Is that what you want, Mr. Bulk?
Sorry, what you just internet drop?
We were
I'll type it.
discussing
My internet
if you were
dropped
to
after
win
you
this
said
engagement,
if it were
and
to
your
happen,
friend said
so-
maybe it would be cool if you talked to the representative that is the mouth of Natuk's trio. Is that what you want to do? You want to talk with the guy?
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Definitely.
All right. If I win,
And I'm
then
looking over
what kind of equipment do you have on you?
I'm looking over at what armor I have.
What equipment do you have?
I have an armor on me. I have a pike. I have some chainmail. I have some hand axes, a shield. I have a rope. Does he
If
you
I
want
win,
rope?
if I win, you owe me a favor.
Okay.
Favor on this day of your daughter's
So I'm
wedding.
gonna look. Bulk was confused because he definitely thought this was the envoy of Natuk, so he was like looking at Andrew like real confused, like this is Tony, right?
Hey, he turns and he looks at this guy here, and he's like, "Hey, Skinny Tony, go ahead and round up the other folks. They're probably gonna want to watch this guy get his butt handed to him." And he takes off to go round folks up. All right.
I'm just gonna mouth to Bulk, who seemed to be wondering that she just didn't realize there were this many Tonys.
There's a Tony and a Tony and a Tony who's in a Tony who got awarded Tony for being a Tony.
So far, just so you
Rora's
guys can
very
keep them straight,
confused.
we have Skinny Tony.
That's the one I'm next to.
Boom. Can you see the name that just popped up?
No.
No.
Big Tony. He's got a nameplate that should be maybe shared.
Ooh.
Ah. Alright, did Big Tony get a nameplate you guys can see?
Yeah, he did.
Cool. Alright, so I just have to do that for all of them. Alright.
When you have too many Tonys.
That was Little Tony over here. Ah! Little Tony.
Yeah, little Tony. Is he a dwarf?
No. He looks pretty average.
No.
This is
I was
Skinny
hoping he was
Tony.
fat.
How much can we actually see underneath their hoods?
Nothing.
Great.
It's strangely shadowed. Like, unnaturally so.
Riggle's gonna ask where he gets one of those cloaks.
You gotta serve the trio for a while, and if you please them, then they give you special artifacts and whatnot.
Do you have any other artifacts?
Not that I could part with. They're like special gifts. It's kind of like they bond to you, you know?
Ah, I do know.
It's almost as if you have to like get attuned to them. And even if I could just part with it, why would I? Like,
I was just asking. I wasn't trying to buy it.
yeah, you seem kind of like a grubby guy. Like you want more money than I got. Now you're asking about my stuff. I don't know you. We're not buddies. We don't drink ale on the weekends, guy.
Do you want some ale?
I do like ale.
Andrew, having overheard this exchange, comes over and says to Little Tony, I'm a people pleaser. What exactly did you have to do to please the trio?
Well, I gotta do some missions. I ran some errands. I brought them some people. I stopped a couple of people that were trying to stop what they wanted. You know, just little things like that. Hey,
Great.
Tony, what I tell you about running your mouth? Huh? Close up, huh? Sorry, boss.
Andrew bats her eyelashes at Big Tony. She doesn't want him to think ill of her because she's trying to get information from Little Tony.
He's just frustrated with Little Tony because Little Tony runs his mouth too much.
Aurora's gonna kind of meander over and be like, "Oh, I admire the trio. I've always wanted to meet them. Tell me, what are they like?"
Who are you asking? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I'm asking little Tony what the trio's like, because I've always wanted to meet him.
So he asked me not to talk too much, but they seem like they're pretty cool dudes. I never met any of them, right? Their envoy comes out and talks to Big T, and Big T passes on the missions. But I think I once almost came close to catching a glimpse of one of them when the door was closing. It was, well, actually kind of anticlimactic. But they seem like they got some mission and they know what they're trying to do. And if we please them, then we please Natuk. And if Natuk's happy, you know, we get rewarded.
I love some good rewards.
You and me both, doll.
I also love fighting, and I really look up to the trio. I want to like really mimic their fighting styles. Did you happen to see any, I guess, weapons that they might have had?
So I don't know if you heard what I was just saying, but I saw like a bit of a cloak of one of them through a door. That's all I seen. I don't got. What is with you people asking me these questions?
Oh, I'm just curious. I'm just fangirling over here. I've never been to Natuk's tomb, so I'm just excited and enthralled over this whole experience.
I ain't sure what a fangirl is, but you make a good one.
Thank you.
God damn it.
Oh, we're just gonna walk away.
It looks like some of the other townies have come to watch. And you see several different individuals beginning to show up around the pavilion that you were within. You see Dragonborn. You see several goblins.
Ooh.
And they all seem to be settling down to watch the festivities.
I don't think we wanted this much attention.
And that is where we'll leave it tonight, with a challenge between Bulk Ripley and Big Tony for, well, not all the marbles, but maybe a couple of the marbles. And that's our exciting conclusion.
Rumble in the
Rumble in the rubble?
Rumble in the rubble. There we go.
All right, I love it. Rumble in the rubble tomorrow, well, next week. But before we go, we of course have a big thanks out to D&D Beyond Roll20 for the virtual tabletop, the character sheets, the books, the rules, etc. that we get to use. Thanks to Sirenscape for the sound sets we've had. We were listening to Bristol Town earlier, and right now Destroyed Town. Both of them being sound sets on Sirenscape. This Destroyed Town is one that I made, so if you find it, you're welcome to use it. And of course, a big thanks to Twitch and YouTube for letting us place our videos on them, the University of Washington, and the VA. And of course, as a reminder, anything that was expressed by anybody on this stream tonight was expressly their own views and opinions and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or standpoints of the University of Washington or the VA. Because I forgot it in the beginning. You're supposed to remind me, Jordan.
I'm sorry.
Bad boss.
Bad boss.
And with that, next week we'll pick up with the Rumble in the Rubble, the fight between Bulk Ripley and Big Tony. Tune in next week to figure out what happens. And until then, enjoy your long rest.